What's up, chat? What up? Happy Saturday, everybody. What's going on? What's good? What's good? What's up? Oh, what's going on? How is everybody Saturday going, huh? Let me see. What's up, Mike? What's up, Brandon? Tristan? Chicken? Chantel? Let's see. Sharon? Who else in here? Nazo? What's going on? Oh, and the goddamn chat is working. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Stop calling me Short King. That is so weird. I told you I don't really care for that. That's weird. I don't like being I don't know. It's just odd. Like, bro, I'm just a person. Finally fixed the screen on my cooler. Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean? God, I'm so glad I got this stupid chat to work, bro. Moosey said, "Oh, look at my husband. Now I'm hard." Oh, jeez. That's something that you do not wish to see in your own chat. Did I catch you? Did I catch you streaming? What's up, Blue Eagle? How you doing, bro? What's up, Babylon? What's going on, man? We have we got an interesting docket going on here tonight. We have an interesting docket, and it's going to be a good time. And I also have a guest coming on to talk about Piers Morgan as well as Candace Owens. So that's going to be a whole lot of fun as well. Oh my God, here he goes again. I'm Moosey. I'm ignoring you, bro. Oh, the cooler on your PC wasn't showing anything. Bro, I've had that happen before. I forgot what the hell the fix was, but I most definitely had that happen before. That's most definitely annoying. What the hell? Well, to be fair, Tristan, I feel like when I don't know. I feel like when you weren't coming in as often. I mean, yeah, I did a lot of collabs. Like I collabed with Logix in Random University. I mean, I collaborated with Logix like multiple times. Like, yeah, I do them here and there. And I need to I need to hit up what's his name? Shoot. Yeah, I'm just running around here naked. Hey, pause. Hey man, no pause. You do what you do what you got to do, man. If you want to run around your own crib naked, that's what's up. Just don't do that shit out in public. I mean, unless you want to get arrested, and that's on you. Uh-oh, why is what the hell? I don't know why everything is moving so slow. Anyway, I was also supposed to collab with Jew Almighty again, but we both got busy at one time, and I need to hit him back up. Anybody else want a glass before we start the foolishness? Yeah, I was actually too lazy to make myself a drink this time around, so like I do have like a beer. It's crazy. I don't even usually drink beer, but this was left over from when we had guests, so I was like, screw it, might as well drink a beer. Get me a nice cold glass of beer, because I'm an American. Woo! Go Trump! 2025 until forever, I love King Trump. In NASCAR. I live in a glass house, so I can't, unfortunately. Nigga, you do not live in no goddamn glass house. Why you lying? Blue Eagle, you at work. Damn, I really do appreciate y'all. When y'all go to work, I don't know why that makes me feel so good. We could be like, yeah, man, I'm at work watching you. I appreciate you. Like, I appreciate that, man. Because I'm like, damn, I'm making people's nights go a little easier. Because I don't, hey, Chris. Yeah, we going to talk about it. But before we do, we're going to get into some, like, just a couple of things that some people sent me on, like from Reddit, and also some things that like people DM'd me as well. Let me just show you guys this, all right? Okay. Hold on. All right. First things first. I'm ready, chat. Let me show you. God damn, I'm over here tripping myself up. Okay. Do-do-do. Somebody sent this to me. It says, good girls finish last, so becoming a bad girl, joining the whores, and being yourself is best because the church lied. I don't know what the hell is about to come from this, but let's watch.
How come nobody ever talks about the grief that comes along
What's up, Mikey?
with the good girl syndrome?
Yes. I'm glad you brought it up because I've been dying to talk about. Yes.
Along with, how come nobody ever talks about the grief that comes along with the good girl syndrome?
Yes.
Good girl syndrome.
Yes, I'm glad you brought it up because I've been dying to talk about this. I talk about it all the time. Ignore my Shirley curls. I have somewhere to be tomorrow, so I took the curls out today so it can fall and be cute tomorrow. Ignore that. I was that good girl. I was, and I decided to just stop. I said, I'm going to join the horse. I said, they're having a good time. I'm going to go over there and see what they're talking about.
Yeah, hell yeah. Go ahead, join the whore. Ain't nothing wrong with being a whore. Ain't nothing wrong with being a whore. We need whores in this world, you know? This world is all about balance, all right? What Thanos say? What Thanos say when he had the knife and he was showing Gamora? This shit is about balance. We need good girls and we need some whores. Sometimes, hey, do you? All right? I hear you want to be a hoe. You want to be a hoe. Do you? I support you.
I was the purity ring. I'm a good girl. I'm a virgin. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And as life started happening around me, I look around. I was thinking a joke about this. I look around and I'm not being rewarded. I see the older good girls not being rewarded for their behavior. And I realize I have nothing to look forward to.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Because when you say I'm a good girl, or first of all, that's just weird because we're grown adults at this point. So referring to somebody as a good girl is really fucking weird. Anyway, when you say somebody is a good woman or good girl, whatever, you would just assume that they're nice. They treat you well. They reciprocate energy, you know. That could be pretty broad, like across the board. But when she refers to herself as a good girl, she is talking about the extreme. Like she's not having sex until marriage. Like regular, probably like Chad wife shit. Like she is probably the type of women that the red pill talk about but don't get with themselves. So if she hasn't been deemed desirable because she has been a good girl, I guess in some instances I can honestly see why. Because I even told you guys before, right? When I used to go out and date, shout out to Sia Blue. Thank you so much for subscribing. Even when I used to go out and date, I said this before because we were talking about the red pill. They always say how they want virgins and how they want women that do not have a lot of body counts. Yeah, when I was dating, not me. No. I said it once and I will say it again. I am here to freak. I ain't here to teach, okay? I don't want to have to teach you anything. If you had a choice of assembling a couch, right? Would you prefer to assemble it yourself or do you want somebody else to do it? All right. I want my shit assembled. I want you coming with the goddamn tricks. Okay. I want you coming. This reminds me of the Blame Game on Kanye's album, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Okay. Yeezy taught me. Get yourself a Yeezy, then come to me, okay? I never wanted a virgin because it's just, what you want me to do? I don't want to teach you. Like, that's not going to be fun. So that's probably, and I feel like a lot of people, or a lot of men probably feel the same way that I do. Because even within my friend group, I never had one guy that said, man, I only need me a virgin. Nah, because you're not going to know what you're doing. You're not going to, I'm sorry, if you're that much of a good girl, then yeah, you a little boring. It's just a little boring. Now, not saying that you'll never find anybody. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that could be the case, that there are multiple men out here that think like me. You know what I'm saying? Chat, let me know. What do y'all think? Do some men in the chat like agree with me? That's just how I've always felt when it comes to it. Like I don't necessarily need you to be a whore. I feel like she's going from one extreme to another. She said, I was always a good girl. I never had sex. I was waiting till marriage. Now she says, no, fuck it. I am going to be a whore. Bruh, just find somebody that you like. And, instead of saying I'm saving myself for marriage, just bust it wide open on the couch. You feel me? Like, damn, you don't have to have sex with multiple people. You're going from one extreme to another. Like, relax. Anyway, let's see what else she says.
That's not how life works. You're not just gonna win some good husband because you were a good girl. That's just not how life works. And I feel like we lost so many baddies and so many great, amazing, talented women to the promise of heaven and a husband. The church has really, really done a number on us women. And I feel like we're doing all this performing of good girlness. And for what? Again, it goes back to my rant before. Just for James, who plays the drums, and James the Hush, every
Well, god damn, James took a stray.
God damn.
She said, why the fuck we going through this? I want some penis. You mean to tell me I'm doing all this for James that play the fucking drums? He ain't even got a good job. This him at church. This is him. This is where he at. You mean to tell me I'm saving myself for fucking James? Like, damn. James here with me. I need James to have an actual fucking job, but he over here. No. She said, I'm saving myself for James. So hilarious.
Everybody in the pulpit. Everybody in the congregation. He done hunched everybody, but I have to stay chaste for James. For James.
For
so
James,
I
really
learned at like 19. I said, you know what? I'm going to go see what the nasty women are talking about. And I've had a great time. And also, it worked out. The whole goal is to get a husband, right? And I ended up getting a ring out of just being my effing self.
Okay, all right, got you. So I feel like she needs to, I feel like she's not using these words correctly because she said whore, but it sounded like she just became like a normal, just a normal woman, a normal modern woman that's out here having sex with her partner. She wasn't doing that before because of the church, but like to her, this probably is an extreme, but you shouldn't call yourself a whore. A whore is somebody that is out here just busting it wide open for any Tom, Dick, and Harry on the street. All right. Yeah. Don't call yourself a whore.
Just being myself, and not saying that getting a ring is winning, but a lot of people do see that as winning. So it's like I cheated the game. I cheated by just being myself and being who I wanted to be. Because back when I was a good girl, I wanted to hunch. The desire was there.
The fact that she is referring to it as hunching, first of all, I know she from the South. Second of all, that's how you know that somebody was heavy in the goddamn church. If they use the word hunch, how many times have you guys heard sex being referred to as hunching? How many times? That is some deep South shit, bro. And you have to be in the church.
I just didn't want people talking about me and doing this and doing that. And then I realized I could just do it. And that's what I wanted to do.
Bruh, just do it.
And that I wasn't going to get punished. It took a long time for me to unlearn that I was being punished for sex, too. That's a whole nother thing. So when you transition from good girl to bad girl, and then you hunch, and the next day your tire flat. Oh, I got punished for hunching. I had to unlearn that too. It's just so much unlearning the girls have to do. So much unlearning the girls have to do, and that good girl stuff. Listen, I hate that the girls didn't wake up till their 30s.
Damn.
I got my wake up call about 19, like I said. You better, girl, just be yourself. There is no reward. There is no reward for this. It's really not.
She's not wrong.
And again, these men don't play by these rules. They get to do whatever the F they want. Whatever they want. Live your life. Okay? Bye.
Yeah, you know what? I really didn't know what to expect going into this, but yo, I don't disagree with her. I really do not. Yeah, for somebody that refers to himself as a Christian, right? Like Christianity is my religion. I recognize that, and I don't want to get too religious on you guys because I know a lot of us have different beliefs and different religions, and I think that's totally fine. But when it comes to Christianity, and me specifically, I always had this thought that God gave us free will for a reason, and it is up to us to make, good or bad decisions or whatever. And I don't think if you make a bad decision that has been deemed like bad by the Bible, I don't think you're going to get punished for it. 9 times out of 10, nothing happens. Like and it's just so crazy because people like this are wired. So let's say if somebody was saving themselves, right? And they slipped up and had sex. They tripped up on the penis. Oh, whoop, I tripped. Okay, well, we might as well do it. That type of situation, right? Let's say something like that happened and like she obviously feels bad about it and she prays for forgiveness. If something bad happens to that woman, like 8 months later, like something bad, like, I don't know, her car got totaled or something like that, she would probably say, well, yeah, just because I broke my promise to God and I had sex early and I didn't keep it in my pants, Like, no, it doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. So I do agree with her. You should most definitely be yourself. Also, this is not saying that I don't believe in karma because I actually do believe in karma to some sort of extent, but I do not think God is going to punish you for having sex. It's really not that deep. It's not that deep. Now, I'd be thinking different if you out here just unaliving people on purpose and just stealing, and I'd be like, yeah, your karma probably coming soon, bro. You feel me? So, yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with her. Let me look at these comments real quick. Look at the chat. Miss Fortune, you never heard of the word hunch because I'm telling you, it is a Southern thing, and I know you live up north. Some friendly hunching. That's why I stopped pegging for the church. Is crazy. Yup, see? Yeah, Chris confirmed it. Sometimes the good girl thing is a performance for the approval of others. That's very true. You end up becoming a people pleaser, and you never want to become a freaking people pleaser. Yo, TJ, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? She right, though. It was always so one-sided on purity for men and women. It always was, and I never understood why. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to say it. I started to look at my religion and the church a little bit differently. I might be oversharing here, but fuck it. Who cares? So there was a time that my mom, she had cancer. So we had to miss a lot of church because she was constantly in the hospital. Like she had cancer. She had cancer multiple times. And there was a point where we went and there were just these snarky comments about how we haven't been there in a while. So yeah, that stuff like that, it made me look at things a little bit differently. And that's when I realized I didn't necessarily have to go to church constantly like that to have a relationship with God. But that's another story. Anyway, perfect timing. My guest told me that he is ready. Let's see here. Ooh, I hated that shit. Yeah, man. Like, there's so much hypocrisy within the church, man. Yo, Dow, what's up, man? You don't gotta be religious to be spiritual, I'm saying. Christians are the most judgmental people out there. Sometimes they can be. Sometimes they really can be. What's up, Nazo? Yeah, like after that, we were just like, I don't know, but we found I found a decent church like where I'm at. Like, and no church is going to be perfect by all means. I didn't even think we were going to get into religion with this stream, but damn. Good girl syndrome is crazy. But yep, I most definitely think that she need to stop saying that shit. Yo, Lexi, what's up? I have the 6 eye, so does that mean that you can't be touched, Edward? I don't think anybody would know that reference in here. Well, actually, that's a lie. There's a lot of people that watch anime. Let me see. Waiting on them now, Nicole. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I didn't know you was like waiting on me to join.
Oh, yeah. I was like, join anytime. All right.
Oh.
Yeah, all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a guest. This is somebody that is a part of the Unfuck America tour. He is a professional pummeler. He loves to go to drag shows on the weekend. Everybody, shout out to the homie Ill Logics. Wrong button. My finger slipped. Yeah. Yes, sir. How you doing, brother?
Professional pummeler is insane, bro. I'm a vet, nigga. Don't play with me.
My bad.
I'm a fucking vet. Don't play with me.
My bad. That is true. That's true. You got it, man. I know you've been doing it for some years. So yeah.
Fuck you talking about, nigga.
Yeah, when you saw those dudes doing it, in that video that
like, y'all niggas tweaking, bro. They got to get in there. They got to get in there.
Oh my god.
Chest to chest, waist to waist. Man,
he said you gotta get in there is crazy. Oh man,
the waist wasn't close enough for me, man.
Yo, I really think that me, Moosey, and Nicole really corrupted a lot of you guys. I ain't gonna lie, because I feel like you probably wasn't even. I
found my tribe.
Oh, that's fair. But you know what? We all have such crazy senses of humor, so I'm glad like nobody ever gets offended. I literally texted Logic something. I can't repeat it, but I was like, bro, you could really cancel me if you wanted to. I was like,
oh me.
Because
oh my god.
Because sometimes I'll text you somewhere and I'd be like, was that too much? I know it was a joke, but it was funny to me.
Nah, shit. I'll be ready for all the shits until I'm ready to come up off you real quick off the grift.
nah, bro. Never that. This is all a collaboration.
Let's send your shit to Aaron the Pummeler.
Oh, Aaron the Pummeler. Oh my gosh. Yo. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Chat,
man.
did y'all hear that? Oh. We are gonna start calling him that. Aaron the Pummeler. Did you just come up with that?
Yeah, that literally just came to me. That looked like right now. Pause. Yeah.
Bar. But all right, man, look. You haven't seen any of the recent Piers Morgan clips regarding Beyonce and her. I don't know if I think this was a Levi ad that she did where she was wearing jeans and she had like the blonde hair. Did you see any of those clips yet?
I didn't see. I saw the picture, but I didn't see no clips. I just know the ad exists. That's it.
Gotcha. Perfect. So for some reason, I don't know. Like you guys saw me talk about the whole Sydney Sweeney American Eagle shit. It seems like Piers is doing his best to like. I don't even know how I can like properly explain it because he's basically saying, or he did say it, that Beyonce is appropriating white culture because she's trying to look like Dolly Parton. Like like, do you understand what I'm trying to say, Logic? Like, it's like he's grasping for straws for whatever the fuck reason, just because people had an issue with the Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ad.
Yeah. First of all, was my gain too high? Like, how do I sound right now? How do I sound?
You sound fine. You straight. Yeah, you sound good.
Okay. It was higher before. I think it was too loud.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No. I gotta see what he says because Piers. I'm so torn with Piers because it'd be like sometimes I'm like, okay, does he really believe what he's saying, or is this just all to get a conversation going? So fuck you, Nicole. But yeah, so I just don't know if he's serious. That's it.
I hear you. So all right, I guess we'll just go ahead and watch it first. So this is like just one part of this 50-minute video, so it's not gonna be that long. But all right, let's see. Can you still see the stream?
I got your stream up, but of course it's behind our conversation. But I'm watching the Piers video with you, so we're in real time. But yeah,
okay. I also shared. I shared it in Discord. I didn't know if you want to watch it there. I didn't know if we have sound.
No, I'm watching. No, if I'm watching in Discord, we'll be in real time. I'm not gonna watch on the stream because it's behind.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I was asking. All right. Cool. Okay. Let me know if you can hear it.
Okay.
Of this furore over the good genes.
All right, hold up real quick. All right.
Let's have a look at it first and then respond.
Whatever.
My jeans are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has very jeans.
Just so you know, if you made a VOD out of this ad, you can't you ain't gonna get demonetized if you got the ad playing.
Oh, you think so?
No, I know so.
What? Wait, why?
Because the jeans ad, if you play it, they'll demonetize you for the ad.
Get the hell out of here! I played it on my video and nothing happened.
Are you played it straight through?
Straight through.
Uninterrupted?
Yeah, straight through. Well, yeah, actually it was uninterrupted. And I mean, that was just like 5 seconds there, so I don't think it's gonna be that deep.
Oh, well, yeah, okay. I just didn't know if you was gonna play the whole thing.
Yeah,
all right, go ahead.
Nah, we good.
Oh, now I love her ad. Is that right? Is Sydney Sweeney? You'd be surprised at how many people are Republicans.
How much money? Wait?
Bro, he sounds like he's losing his mind. What the fuck was that?
How much money you want to bet that he doesn't even know who the hell Sydney Sweeney is?
Not at all, bro. He just saw a beautiful white woman and just was like, oh, yeah. Like, no, bro. He don't know who Sydney is at all. Shit, I barely know her.
Right. I only know her because of Euphoria. Like, my wife and I used to watch it.
I thought look how much I know. I thought she was from fucking Stranger Things.
No, she was never in Stranger Things.
I don't watch either one of those shows, so I didn't know.
Ooh, chat. You know what Logic's saying? He said all women look alike, all white women look alike. Ooh.
No, I didn't know.
I'm telling.
No.
All right, let me play.
All right.
That's what I wouldn't have known, but I'm glad you told me that. If Sydney Sweeney is a registered Republican, I think her ad is fantastic.
Wow.
He is fucking
Okay,
I agree.
That was Trump responding. Trump responding to it. Obviously, his view was determined by whether she supported him or not. But were you genuinely offended by the good genes ad?
I wasn't offended. I just thought it was tacky. And I think what's funny here is that it's become politicized in such a way. I thought it was tacky because I thought the pun on it was tacky. The jeans and jeans, I just thought they knew what they were doing when they did the ad. It's doing exactly what you all wanted to do, which is to make it this major culture war. Now the president's weighing in on this, and we're not talking about jobs. We're not talking about what's going on with the economy.
But it only becomes a culture war, Ernest. It only becomes a culture war if people like you get upset by it, because obviously it was a very easy pun to make. She was in good genes. She's got good genes. She's a hot blonde. Who cares, right? But the moment people like you go, well, it was tacky, everyone...
Logic, let me ask you a question. Could you even say, could you agree that it could be perceived as a little bit tacky? Not even if you agree with it, just like you can understand how some people would see it to be tacky.
Tacky is not the word for me.
Me either.
Yes, I get the... I get like even what Mark Lamont Hill was saying is kind of like it might give off a wrong vibe, but tacky isn't the word I use. I actually like the pun. I like the play on the words. That's all I was struggling with, was like the fact that it was actually clever in my opinion. Jeans, J-G. I think it was clever because she's pretty. But then, you know, I heard like, you know, you saying this white woman with blonde hair is good genes, and Piers was like, I have good genes. So he was like, okay, so what's bad genes? He was like, well, nobody's. It's like, okay, well then what's the point of saying good genes if nobody has bad ones? You know, so it is kind of like, depending on the person's lens, they could look at it a different way.
Right. So just like you, I was pretty indifferent about it too, because like I said in my video, I also thought it was like a decent play on words. I was like, oh, that's kind of a bar. Good genes, like you said.
Yeah.
Tacky isn't necessarily the word that I would use either, but I was pretty indifferent because when I first saw the commercial, I was like, that's kind of weird, because like you say, if you present yourself and you say, oh, I have good genes, that implies that there are bad genes out there. So like,
exactly.
While I don't necessarily agree per se, I understand why the conversation of eugenics even popped up. But that's
I don't. Yeah, I never mind. I'm gonna say what.
You good?
This ain't my channel.
No, bro, say it. You straight?
Nah, it's okay. It's
are you?
It's not.
Are you sure?
It's seriously. It doesn't change the trajectory of this conversation.
Okay,
it's
fair.
not necessary.
All right. Okay, let's play this.
One goes, well, here they go again.
No, it's people like you who have the show. It's people like you.
Hang on one second, Mike. Speak individually.
It's people like you, it's people like Tommy Lauren, the conservatives, that every time you see liberal people just share their disgust.
I'm not conservative, Ernest.
Is he not? What? Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That is fucking news to me. Since when is Piers Morgan not conservative? He literally aligns with almost everything and anything Donald Trump says or that comes out of his ass. What are you talking about?
Perfect description. So first of all, Piers likes to pretend that he's like a quote unquote traditional liberal. That's what he says. He says he's a traditional liberal, but he thinks he wants to pretend like the extreme left is the normal people on the left that's liberal.
Oh my gosh, yo, I hate that so much. I literally just had a conversation with my wife about that last night, bro. I said, because we saw one of those extreme people talk about the Sydney Sweeney ad, and I said, this annoys me because people are going to take this clip and she's going to be the goddamn spokesperson of everybody on the goddamn left. And that's not true. It's a small minority of the person that people are envisioning when they say the left. Like, it's a weird small minority.
Yeah, so Piers pretends like he's the normal left, even though you can't be on the left and support Donald Trump. It's just no way.
No way in
hell.
The way
he sucks the tip is just like nobody else could do that besides MAGA. Like nobody has it down packed the way Piers and a lot of people on the right does.
Right. And also, why doesn't he have the balls to just say, yeah, I'm conservative, so the fuck what? Like, I don't.
Yeah. And notice that. Watch, you're going to see whenever somebody that's right-leaning speaks, Piers is not going to interrupt once. He keeps cutting this man off every time he says something.
Yep.
He will not let him finish. And like, I watched one video, it wasn't related to this topic, but he did not let the people that was left-leaning speak at any fucking point. He would not let them get their full thought out. And he going to let anybody on the right just finish everything they got to say.
Fucking annoying, man. But with that in mind, you cannot, and he has to know that he's doing it. He has to know. There's no way.
Yeah,
because if you,
it's crazy because I consider myself a hate watcher at this point because I be pissed. I just can't. So I don't fully enjoy it.
Right. So my thing is, if you want other people to perceive you as being like impartial to either party, then wouldn't you do your best to show like some sort of like neutrality?
Yeah, he's trying. I will say he's trying to, because what Trump is doing is so egregious. He's been trying to like seem bipartisan, but it's still not the same. It's not a balance. It's not a balance like you said, like you asking. It's just not at all. It doesn't outweigh.
Fucking annoying. All right, let's continue.
How did you describe yourself?
You are misidentifying me, which in your world is a crime.
See,
how are you? You call me extra.
Not as a conservative. You are mispolitically gendering me.
I asked the question.
You are
mispolitically gendering me? That's not even a thing.
This is where he's full of shit. This is where you're full of shit. You're wasting time with this stupid ass joke, bro. Stop. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Everybody knows you cater to the right, so stop pretending.
That's what I'm saying. And like, he's literally making this joke for the conservatives on this panel. Like, he wants Andrew Wilson to top him off. Like, this is quite obvious.
The smirk,
yeah.
The smirk before the suck.
Right, the smirk before the suck is crazy. Whoa.
All right. Politically, I want an apology. I want an apology for you politically gendering me. Now, I'm
sorry.
You called me a conservative. I'm not.
What are you?
Are you apologizing?
I can't apologize for what I don't know what you are.
I tell you what
excuse me. Last time I checked, he was a black lesbian.
I will respond. I am a pissed off liberal who has nothing in common with the woke world. Nothing. So therefore, I can no longer identify as a liberal because you guys have hijacked it and made it.
I'm so sick of the bastardization of that word, bro. Woke.
Yeah, bro. You know he has a book coming out called Woke is Dead, right?
Shut the fuck up. You are lying.
I'm dead ass. He has a book coming out called Woke is Dead. Like, he thinks he's the person to speak on this topic.
What?
Like, it almost makes me want to throw up because who the fuck are you?
Wow.
First of all, you're not American. This is a term that started off and I'll give him credit. He fully recognizes where their words started. But I feel like if you know where it started and you continue to bastardize it the way you do, you don't give a fuck.
You don't.
Like, you're just grifting off of the climate right now. I feel like whatever the fuck he's talking about, which I just think is considered the extreme left. I would say the extreme left is what you're talking about.
Yes.
Woke is nothing of what y'all try to make it to be, and that shit annoys the fuck out of me.
Yep. I couldn't agree more. It is fucking annoying, man. Every time I hear it, I just cringe. But
yeah.
Whatever. Okay.
Sound like a bunch of lunatics.
Well, what's crazy is you put the woke title on me, and I haven't identified that, and you've been doing that forever. You never actually, you just assume for various reasons. I'm not going to tell you why.
If it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck.
What the fuck? That logic could literally be applied to Piers. If it walks like a duck, like what are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about?
Yep. Oh, all right.
God.
Well, I would say that
it's a duck.
Wow.
Like a
There you
mega
go.
But here's my question.
supporter.
Here's my question. Here's my question, Ernest.
Sorry,
Ernest.
Matt.
I just want you to know
Ernest,
this
here's
too.
my question.
Pierce's
Ernest.
tail. Pause it. Pierce's tail is when he rubs his nose.
Oh, really?
Yes, he has a tail, and I just peeped it. He keeps doing it. When he knows he's full of shit, he rubs his nose. If you go back like 10 seconds, you see when he starts doing some bullshit, he rubs his nose.
You watch way too much Piers.
Well,
yeah, bro. It caught me for real. He did like 2 times in his video, and now I'm like, yeah, that's when he's full of shit. Yeah,
I have to see
like a mega supporter.
But here's my question. Here's my question. Here's my question, Ernest. Ernest. Ernest, here's my question. Ernest, here's my question. I'm prepared to put aside your mispolitical gendering of me. I just want to show you a picture of Beyonce in a brand new Levi's ad. Let's take a look.
I'm sorry.
so this
I presume,
is new? I
Ernest,
thought it was old.
No, this is new.
Oh, okay. I thought it was old.
No,
okay.
this is new. And yeah, this picture is just very, very normal, very tame. Let's see what Piers says.
Okay.
Share my view that this is a disgraceful, culturally appropriating moment where she is hijacking Marilyn Monroe in a disgraceful manner. In fact, borderline racist and possibly akin to the Nazis. Would you agree?
Okay, so
oh my god, bro!
Okay, so,
oh my fucking god, bro! I want to go on this show so fucking bad, like.
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm finna get a headache.
So, okay, so that comment right there, that lets me he's being facetious, obviously.
Yes.
Obviously,
yes,
he's trying to like poke fun at everybody. But to even try to start this conversation, it's also fucking annoying because people will hear this conversation and take it seriously.
Exactly. That's the problem. His audience is so fucking big, and it's like, bro, you know that you're full of shit right now, And even if you wanted to get your quote unquote lick back for the backlash that you claim has happened to Sydney Sweeney, which really don't exist on the left for real.
It doesn't.
Even if that's your lick back, what you just said makes absolutely no sense. It's not even what the conversation was about the Sydney Sweeney ad. It's not even equivalent
at all. It doesn't. And also, that lets me know that he really still doesn't understand the backlash. He still doesn't understand the conversation behind the backlash, because all he's seeing is a picture. The issue wasn't the goddamn picture. It wasn't the fact that it was just a white woman, a blonde white woman posing in jeans. That's not the fucking point. It's what it's the dialogue that went along with it, stupid.
Right.
So,
and whether you agree or disagree, it's not about the picture.
Exactly. And I'm sorry, blonde hair is not that's not culture necessarily. This is not culture appropriation.
And I do agree. I feel like this is Marilyn Monroe reminiscent. Like I think that, but Beyonce's been wearing blonde since Beyonce.
Yeah, she has for a very fucking long time. And I'm sorry. Look, this may be some bias, maybe not, because I'm not even a Beyonce fan. But I like this picture way more than them goddamn Sydney Sweeney pictures. Let me just say that.
Fair.
Yeah,
fair. I'm not a big Beyonce person either. But this is nice. It's nice.
Yeah, I thought it's tame. It's not cringy, because that's also one thing that my wife and I talked about as well. Is just like she was trying too hard in that goddamn commercial. Yeah, like she was trying too hard to be sexy. Like it just came off as awkward and weird.
Is her persona not sexy? I don't know.
Not necessarily.
Like, that's not her thing.
I mean, she is, because I guess I would say she is.
I mean, like, because she's attractive, but that don't mean, she's trying to be like sexy.
So I think the whole sexy persona specifically came from Euphoria, because I mean she constantly was showing boobs and she was constantly one of the ones having sex on the show. So like that's where the whole sex symbol shit started, and then I guess she just took it and ran with it. But if you already have the title of sex symbol, you don't have to talk like this and try to be extra sex. Like it's just cringe, bro.
Yeah, it gets awkward. Excuse me. I'm sorry, bro. My allergies fucking with me. And
you straight?
I sound crazy,
bro.
I sound crazy.
You good? My allergies have been fucking with me too this whole week. You good? Anyway, let's continue.
You actually don't know anything about cultural appropriation, Pierce. You're just hijacking words like woke, misusing them with your political bias, and trying to spin it into something that's not.
Yep.
What
Can you answer the question?
Cultural appropriation? You're wrong. Period.
Are you offended by Beyonce culturally appropriating Marilyn Monroe? Yes or no?
It's not culturally appropriating Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe did not invent blonde.
Thank you. Thank you.
Interesting.
Did she invent blonde?
Looking like Marilyn Monroe for a reason.
Can I jump in here? Is this a traditional black hair?
No, hang on, Mike. I want to bring in Andrew Wilson.
Bitch, black women have been wearing their hair blonde for I don't know how long. Okay.
He said, is it traditional? Yes. It doesn't grow out of most black people's head, but it doesn't mean it doesn't exist, nor does it even fucking matter.
Exactly.
Like, it's not, it's simply, like you said, it's the conversation behind the ad. It's not the simple look. The girl can't control what color her hair is. The problem is what was said along with the hair color, and she happens to have blue eyes. I don't even agree with the narrative, but regardless,
neither do I.
To pretend like there's not a difference in what's happening here is just willful ignorance.
Right. Real quick, Osmosis in the chat said, I have actually seen more Beyonce movies than Sydney Sweeney movies, and Beyonce can't act worth a damn.
Hey, that's fucked up. Yeah, I'm glad Beyonce put that shit in her.
Yeah.
I'm glad she left that in her past, because I can't stand her as an actress.
No, she is terrible. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What was that movie with her and Idris Elba? Obsessed. Oh gosh. Yo, that movie is.
That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one that sealed the deal for me. I'm like, all right, Beyonce,
you can't
this
act.
ain't your shit.
Yeah, but it's for that fact though. It's such a fun movie to watch. Oh my
yes,
God.
it is, because I laugh at her the whole movie. It's like, bro, you turned this into a comedy, bro.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Oh shit.
Kick that man out of his own house. Anyway.
Andrew Wilson, what is amazing to me? But hang on, let me bring in Andrew. What's amazing to me Sydney Sweeney, a hot white blonde in jeans, saying good jeans, disgraceful, world end, she's a Nazi, white supremacist.
You said
Beyonce culturally appropriating Marilyn Monroe, absolutely fine, in fact empowering. Andrew Wilson.
Hold up. That's not even. No one is saying that, but him. He literally brought this narrative to the forefront. No one else was saying this.
So full of shit, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yo, this man is detestable. I really don't fucking like Piers.
It's so egregious. It's not even like you could fake like this is possibly a real thought in somebody's head. Like, come on.
Absolutely not.
This entire scandal is completely pushed by the left. What you guys should have done is just shut up. Should have just shut up. You shouldn't have said anything about it. This whole play on jeans, it was just a clever piece of wordplay. That's it. Worked out real well. And what you did by all your Twitter accounts going crazy with this is you sold all of these jeans out for this company, right? Made this chick tons of money, gave the right huge amounts of ammunition to use on you, where we just point and laugh because it's the dumbest controversy I've ever seen, and it's all pushed by woke lunatics, all of it.
Oh my God.
It was going to be done regardless.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
But I find it interesting.
Have you noticed he didn't let my man like over here talk at all? Like, and also real quick,
why are they matching? That's exactly what you was going to say. I know. You was like, real quick, why are they matching?
I was about to say that. I really was about to say that.
I saw your mouse, bro. I was like, this nigga. I'm like, these niggas matching.
I was about to say, why they matching? They both got they shirts open. Like, why are they matching?
Maroon is not even a common color, so why the hell y'all both got it on?
It's not common. I never picked out a shirt and be like, oh nigga, I ain't wearing maroon in a while. I never wear maroon. Like that's.
I had a maroon shirt. I got rid of it because it got stained. But I had a maroon shirt. But I had one my whole life.
Exactly. See. But also, real quick, something about this panel. Shout out to Gareth Nero for subscribing. Appreciate you, bro. Why is it that every time I watch a Piers panel, why does it always seem so fucking like imbalanced? There's always
because Piers isn't really partial. That's why he's never partial.
So that's why no. At this point, he just needs to have somebody that is a conservative and two left-leaning people. That's it. Because then
he don't do that.
Yeah, no, fuck. Oh my gosh, because he's
listen. He did a panel with all Democrats. He just did a panel with 4 Democrats. He cut all of them off while they was talking. That's what I'm saying. Like it was him. It was damn near him versus 4. He did not let any of them finish their point ever.
Damn. Golly, like something's got to give, Piers.
Yeah, it's like this is insane, bro.
Something's got to give.
Ernest is saying that we should focus on the issues. Suddenly, when this happens, now we have to focus on the issues. The only reason why there's any sort of media storm around this is because when people, I don't want to say conservatives, when other people wanted to focus on the issues, you had people fixating on nonsense, and you had people fixating on the fact they'd been misgendered, or for some reason their blue hair hadn't been.
Time out.
Say it.
I will argue they are the ones that's worrying about that shit. What do you
exactly? That's why I was like, you say it like
what?
That's why I'm like, because it's so they'll take one viral video of somebody acting a fool because they got misgendered to be like, look, this is what the left represents. It's like, bro, how would y'all feel? How would you feel if I took like the worst of the first of all, the people that tried to off Trump, if I'd be like, look, this is the representation of the right. To be fair, now everybody that's done this has been on the right, which is a fact. But I'm not gonna say this is y'all representation. Y'all take the worst actors and be like, look, this is what they stand for.
Right.
I don't think the right stands for Nick Fuentes. Like, I don't think that's everybody.
That is
so
such a great point.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why do y'all keep taking the worst actors? Like, people that act a fool over being misgendered, if it's like an honest mistake, that's a difference from disrespect. But when it's an honest mistake, stop pretending like this is just what most people do. Most people that get misgendered, they don't really trip. They just correct you and keep it pushing, bro.
And fucking Piers is the worst at doing this. I noticed this. Like, the conversation, it couldn't even, sometimes it doesn't even pertain to the conversation, but he'll bring up, well, people didn't vote for Kamala because you're letting men go in the same bathrooms as women and blah, and the conversation didn't even call for it. Like, he'll constantly bring it up. And how many times has he talked about fucking trans athletes? Like, how many times? He does it consistently.
I wanted to make a video when he had Kat Abu Ghazaleh, that blonde girl. When you was watching one time, he was like, "Oh, I like her."
Yeah, she's
cool. When he had her on there, he did that, and the second time he brought her on there ever, he did it again.
See,
he did it to her again. It literally was never. It was nowhere in the conversation he brought it up. She rolled her eyes. He's like, "Oh, you can roll your eyes." And I'm like, "I know she blew because it's only her second time on there, and you did the same shit." Like,
God, bro, like it flabbergasted me. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. I just like we weren't even talking about that, bro. Like, how did you bring this into this fucking conversation? Anyway.
Respected or whatever nonsense that they could get outraged by the day. I agree there are bigger issues like the economy, like energy and all of that, but you guys started this, unfortunately, so you don't get to complain about it. I'm sorry, Sydney Sweeney is an attractive white woman. When you have someone like Lizzo, who I'm not surprised is offended by
They're so fucking stupid, they can't even comprehend the conversation like at hand. They are so fucking dumb. They really just think this is all about Sydney Sweeney being a blonde white woman. Oh my God.
Yeah,
wow.
I don't know if that, like, at this point, I don't even know if this is intentional or not, because it's just like the avoidance of what the real conversation was is just gone. I'm lost. I don't know if y'all doing this on purpose or not, because are y'all just ignorant? Because that's not the conversation. That she exists. Like, that's not what the problem is.
Yeah, I really.
And this is coming from somebody that don't even agree with the narrative. Let's not pretend like you don't know what they're saying.
Right, exactly. But no, to your point, I think they're serious about this, bro. Like, because at first I was like, are they playing stupid? Nah. Not at all. This is real.
Skinny woman just enjoying herself. Saying that this is some sort of racist wordplay or whatever, that's when it becomes an issue. So you don't get to play this game of, we should focus on the issue.
Yep.
That's what people were trying to do for years, and you never let it happen. So this is Schadenfreude, and you won't have to lie down and accept it. And then, finally, when the adults are back in the room, then we can focus on the issues.
Mike Nellis, I'm thinking of starting a company, an advertising company, where all it does is think of ways of winding up the woke world so that they respond in a po-faced, humorless manner to all the advertising I roll out for companies. Immediately...
Real quick, this is frustrating because it's like they're having a separate conversation right now. Like, they're having a conversation that they are not a part of, and they're just fucking confused.
Yeah, you see it on both. Well, the black guy, I don't know what face he's making right now, but Mike is like, what the fuck is happening?
Right.
Creating a culture war, which they deny starting, and then immediately leading to massive new sales, as we've seen with American Eagle, for the products that the woke world is condemning. Because you know what? I've got a book coming out in a couple of months called Woke is Dead.
God.
It is dead. And the Sydney Sweeney story is a great example of why it's dead. And it's not dead because people are fed up with promoting awareness of social and racial injustice, the original definition of woke.
Appreciate you, Dal.
It's dead because woke got hijacked and wokeism became the new fascism. And people are sick of it.
Here.
And the Sydney Sweeney thing is a brilliant triumph.
Saying woke, first of all, wokeism isn't a thing. And saying that it's on par with fucking fascism, are you serious? Who's saying this? Who is saying this?
Insane.
What the fuck?
For common sense by American Eagle, who rather than panic when the woke left went nuts, just
pause it real quick.
And put out.
Real quick. The end result of extreme wokeism is just people
being represented.
I
said being represented.
Yeah, like just respecting people for who they are. Like that's exactly what I was gonna say. I'm like, do you realize the end result of like the most woke is just like just respect people for who they are?
Literally.
For your version of woke, I should say.
Or
that's the end result. To call it fascism is insane.
Or women being the protagonists in video games, or a character being black, a black mermaid when she's really a white mermaid, even though mermaids don't fucking exist.
Or a non-binary black person with blue hair in a video game.
Who the fuck cares? Like if that's you know what?
Like
that is so funny because the worst that could happen, like in terms of wokeism, is nothing far to compare as something as bad as how something could be if we are on the opposite side of the political spectrum.
Because I think even if you ask the most woke person that even me and you can't stand or even want to be associated with, I bet you they wouldn't even say like, oh, if you misgender somebody, you should go to jail. I don't know for a fact, but I bet you they won't say that.
I do not think they would say that. And I agree. They would not fucking say that. But
so it's just like
it's not the same. It's really not the same. But what the fuck do we know? We're low IQ apparently.
Another statement doubling down and celebrating what Sydney Sweeney had done, which was look hot in a pair of jeans, exactly as Levi's are doing with Beyonce. And by the way, I don't really think she's culturally appropriating Marilyn. I don't really think she's racist or a Nazi. I think she looks hot in a pair of jeans. That's it. I don't care if she's black or white. She, like Sydney Sweeney, is a hot woman in a hot pair of jeans, and they both.
I'm surprised he was able to even say that though. I'm impressed that he called.
Yeah,
Beyonce
usually
hot.
He'll just leave it out in the ether, like, and people make what they want. Yeah.
Okay.
Great jeans. How about those onions?
Oh,
there's a lot going on with the global.
No, you gotta skip it.
If you have an
he getting too
IR
much money out here, he'll be all right.
The talk now? Is it
Burke,
my turn?
go group.
Yes, you do, Mike.
Okay, great. All right, great. I think this conversation is really fucking stupid.
Thank you.
And I have no other way to describe it. Like, there are like 5 dumbass liberals on the internet who decided that this ad was offensive. And then the entire conservative ecosystem decided to make it the biggest story of the day because they didn't want to talk about the economy. They didn't want to talk about Trump being in the Epstein files. They didn't want to talk about anything else that's going on. They made their entire personalities about this. Woke, Pierce, you've got a book coming out that woke is dead. You can't let woke die because you'll have no business model.
God damn it! Oh my God! That's what the fuck I'm saying. Thank you. I don't know who the fuck he is, but thank you.
He ready.
Oh my gosh! Exactly.
Even a cookie
you don't fucking want it to die. Yes. Oh my gosh.
You'll have no guest to book. Nobody who's interested in what you have to say. There are people online who are deeply unserious and deeply unfunny and aren't interested in having any fun. I think this is the same as people bitching about Cynthia Erivo playing Jesus Christ Superstar. Get a life. Go touch some grass. Like, Sydney Sweeney's hot. It's an ad about jeans. Beyonce's hot. It's an ad about jeans.
Yeah, but Mike, let me jump in.
It's just
you see him touch his nose? I'm telling you, bro.
Still.
I saw him touch the nose. He finna say some stupid shit. How can you disagree with what he just said?
How?
It's because you just want to sound stupid. You just want to just egg people on and make people think a problem exists that does not really exist. He's finna fight with him, and he don't have to fight with him because he's on the left. He has to fight with him.
But why? He literally agrees with everything that he just said. There is no way that he could. There's no way that he could still pick apart what he just said, even though he agrees with him. No way in the world. I refuse to believe it.
He about to though. He's about to push back, even though they agree 1,000%.
Chad,
don't want to. He wants to put on the perception that it's most of the people on the left. That's all he probably finna fight with him on. Probably.
Chad, I will fucking crash out if that's genuinely what he does, because there's no way he can. No, come on, Piers. All right.
Let me jump in. Here's the point. There is a double standard, Mike. There is a double standard about the Cynthia Erivo thing, right? There's a double standard because if I suddenly announced I want to play Nelson Mandela in a biopic of Nelson Mandela's life, you and Ernest would lead the outrage about how disgusting it was that I would do that.
I stopped putting words in our mouth.
Thank you. Why does he keep doing that? Why does he keep doing that? Because you know what? If somebody told me that Nelson Mandela was going to be played by a white man or a white woman or whatever, I would be like, that's stupid, and move the fuck on.
Fuck on. I wouldn't even make a video of it. I probably, like, I don't have, I'm trying to think. Let me be honest. If Piers Morgan was to play Nelson Mandela, I think, you know what? If I made a video, it would be to laugh. No, like, yes, you said it's funny. I would probably make a video to laugh because to me, it wouldn't feel serious.
Right.
It wouldn't even strike me as like we want to depict Nelson Mandela's life. To me, it would be a comedy, and I would just be like, if I wouldn't make a video probably, but if I did for whatever reason, it would be to laugh.
I agree. No, that shit sounds like a damn spoof. Like when you said it, I couldn't help but to laugh.
Yeah, you laughed when I said it. It's just like, huh. And like you said, like they said, you don't know what we would say. You just assume
right,
that,
and that's like so they. I'm sorry, the three of them look fucking stupid because they want to engage in this conversation so bad, and these two are just like, we didn't say anything. Like like you're putting words in our mouth.
You get two shits if you were gonna do something like that.
Exactly.
It's like you wouldn't care if I played Nelson Mandela.
Look, you wouldn't care, no, bitch.
Who cares?
It's like it's the number.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna jump in.
You don't care. And I think that's the reality.
Can you work out which woke he's going to go first, please?
Oh my
what are you
God.
saying? Like,
he would never say that to people on the right.
You're like talking about how you have this binary of like everything is either all the way one way or not. No one cares. Like it's not that deal. Like I think the problem is that you look at the internet.
If only that was true, Ernest. Ernest, if only that was true. If only we hadn't spent the last 5 years with people like you absolutely caring. Which is why
how is that the case when he literally just told you I don't care? They both said we don't give a shit, but you're still saying you care about this. You know how fucking
people like you,
right? You know how fucking no, because if those people are like me, then that means they do not care. Stupid. Do you know how frustrating it would be to be a part of this panel? Yo, I would crash out on Piers and call him a fucking
That's why, like, when Destiny or Medi, I know them two, even Andrew, when they get on there, they try to get their zingers off. That's why Mike just did that. Why he just went in on Piers when he got to speak.
Right.
You got to get your one-liners off, your clippable moments, because otherwise you're just gonna fade into the background and end up them trying to make you look stupid if you don't get your shit off. Because that's what this show is about at the end. At this point.
Okay, so at this point, this is no better than fucking Love and Hip Hop. That's how I see it.
Honestly, and that's the thing. That's why that's why I hate watch it, because I will admit it's very entertaining, but I can't watch it to get like substantive information. Like I watch it for pure entertainment at this point.
And it should not be for pure entertainment, but hey, whatever.
Yeah, because I think he wants it to be taken serious. I think he wants that, but it's just hard the way he conducts himself.
Wow.
In his show.
The world went woke nuts.
Again, I can say people like you about a lot of things. You overreact about the dumbest stuff.
He wanted to say shit
like,
so bad.
Say shit, right?
It's funny we both said the same time, but he wanted to say shit so bad.
Well, I'm not saying Ernest.
Got mad, and now you want to act like you're defending common sense because you're overreacting to a bunch of liberals on the internet that said something. I don't
It's
care.
only overreaction when you're on the losing end of the issue. But
I'm telling you, what do you mean winning, losing? I'm confused. Win, lose what? And I am telling you, I don't care.
It's no loss. Like, what are you talking, Andrew? Just wait until they talk about bashing women. Like, shut the fuck up.
Right,
like,
and then you come in.
Because this is not.
I'm not saying that you're part of a woke cult, you and Mike. You have turned out today in exactly the same purple shirts, and I'm not saying you're a woke cult, but
mine's. I think this is.
I mean, look,
like maroon.
He said red.
It's like a uniform.
Yeah. Suddenly, you guys don't care when you're on the losing end of an issue, right? If you're on the winning end of the issue, you would care. And the truth is, we've seen this how many times where you guys freak out over nothing. The left freaks out over absolutely nothing, like this. And all that happens is once you start losing the issue, then it's everyone's overreacting, and it's actually the conservatives' fault.
No, see, that's bullshit.
We
Conservatives didn't
want
push
to talk
this.
about the issues.
We didn't push this, bro. We didn't
Let's
push
talk
this.
about the issues, even though on the issues the Democrats are at an all-time low in opinion polls. But let's talk about the issues, because that's where the left is really.
So is Donald Trump. Donald Trump's approval ratings free falling right now. So like you guys have a level.
Yeah,
of
but he's president. That's the difference. That's the difference.
Oh
God.
We ain't got to go there.
No, you're right. You're right. We ain't got to go there. You're right. We don't have to go there. But I'm so fucking frustrated for these two. Cause like I would be so they want to push this conversation so good.
So bad.
Oh, and then when we're like, we don't care, you get frustrated. I mean, this
that they don't care.
The same thing is happening about that fucking white community in the Ozarks. Like people want us to care so bad, bro. Be racist, secluded, sure, yes. Go.
To be fair though, that is they're trying to figure out if what they're doing is illegal, but it's not like the left is having this big conversation about like, no, we need to shut them down and make sure they don't exist. No, the courts handle that because if it's unconstitutional, it's unconstitutional. If it's not, until y'all start lynching folk or something, I don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
I don't have time to care about that shit.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the line. If I start hearing that you lynch, no, that's the line. But other than that, I don't give a fuck.
You know what, Mike? You know what, Mike?
You cannot live on that.
You know what, Mike? Donald Trump is. Don't talk at once. Donald Trump is back. Hang on. Donald Trump is back in the White House, Mike.
Piers got
after 4 years of him.
Piers got too much money for this lag, and it's
that's
just
what I'm saying.
Oh my God! Like they need to use a new system or something. It's just absurd. This lag. It's just oh my God.
Like why? Like I don't understand. Like how you have a huge network at this point. You are making money. How can you not fix this? Hell, even mine isn't as bad as this at all.
And then I don't even. And you know what? You know what I was gonna say? I can't even give him an excuse that he's in the UK no more because right now he is in America.
Yeah,
he's in America right now.
Yeah.
Like this recording was in America. So you're talking, everybody's in America right now. Wait, no, I think that woman is at his studio in the UK. So he's in America, she's in the UK. But regardless, even when he has all-American panel, which I just saw, he still has this big-ass latency problem, and it doesn't make any sense. I don't see any other show with that latency.
I don't see any other show with a latency problem either. And I made that comment in your stream, and I was like, why the fuck is he having so many latency issues? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Because it seems like
it's egregious.
Yeah.
Being out of the White House, Americans went. So let me get this straight. Hang on, Ernest. Donald Trump is back in the White House because Americans went. Actually, we don't think it's right that biological men compete in women's
He did it again. He did it again. He literally did it again. Oh my gosh! What the fuck?
Oh my God!
He cannot go through one debate without fucking mentioning that. He did it again. I just talked about it. I didn't think he was going to do it here.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I didn't either.
What the fuck?
And we've had enough of this. So, yes, it was the economy. Yes, it was immigration. But also, it was an antidote to wokeism. Let me bring in Esther or something else.
I want to push back on this.
We might agree.
Real quick, the argument that Donald Trump is back in the White House because people got sick of seeing black people in movies and in entertainment and seeing wokeness in society. The fact that was the main issue for people voting for Donald Trump, then we need to fucking nuke the United States.
I was just gonna say, if I granted you that is a problem. You can't act like that's okay.
No, that is not okay. Because we have way more important issues to fucking talk about, and they are not being talked about because you are literally focused on the bullshit.
Because first of all, we know that's not true. We know that's not the case. But if it is, if I granted you that, Piers, what would you say about the climate of politics and voting at this point? If that's true,
right?
You're okay with people voting on that type of shit? Come on now.
Oh my God.
Well, no, we haven't got time. We're moving on to Jim Acosta.
Oh, come on, no, Piers. Like you talked for like 3 minutes on this. You gave me like 10 seconds for my response.
He ain't gonna let him push back.
It's my show. I can do what I like.
That's so crazy. That is so, like, you cannot say I am a liberal, but you should, like, he's showing he's biased.
Yep.
He's
you
biased.
Don't even let liberals talk.
And he literally moved on to that is crazy, bro. There is no way. There is absolutely no way.
You won't even let a liberal talk is insane. That's insane.
Wow. I'm dumbfounded. Okay, so now I get it. I get it, Logix. I get it why he's on your docket a lot because, like, what the fuck? It's so frustrating to watch.
Yeah. You see how your emotions flare with watching him. It's just like, oh God. Like, I admit, it's good entertainment, but at the end of the day, Piers is a bullshitter. And it's just crazy. It's crazy. It's good entertainment. It is good entertainment. You're going to talk. You're going to feel something. That's all he care about. He don't really care about good political discourse.
That is fucking insane. I don't think I would be able to consistently watch that man's show. Oh my gosh.
I pick and choose. Yeah,
I guess it would really depend on it would really depend on like who he has on as a guest.
Yeah.
All right. Real quick, let's move on. So this Candace Owens situation, dog. I want you to, if you don't mind, can you give us?
Yeah, I wanted to.
Can you give us like a quick synopsis of what is going on? Because I'm still trying to understand why she's willing to die on this weird ass hill.
Okay, without putting any of my bias or how my feelings into the situation, what's going on is Candace Owens for a little over a year has been making claims that Brigitte Macron, which is the first lady of the president of France, Emmanuel Macron, was born a male and is now a trans woman living out as a woman, but was born a male. And she got this information from two journalists that has been, they basically think that the end result of this conspiracy is that there's a PDF file ring of politicians and rich folks that get together in this cabal and take advantage of children. And so Brigitte took the identity of her brother as a child and took his name. Her sister. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. It's so convoluted. It makes no sense. This person that was supposedly born a boy took the identity of their sister and then became a woman in order to take advantage of the president of France, and they have incest in their PDF files. And bro, that's the entire story. It's so ridiculous. I'm telling you, it's that ridiculous. It's that ridiculous.
Oh,
and there's this big ring of people that take advantage of children, and people are changing their identity. And now Brigitte has said, I'm done with this after a year. She's let Candace carry on, and she says she's suing her.
Rightfully
and now
so.
Candace is like, yeah. So now Candace is saying, hold on, I'm in America. Y'all said F the Constitution. Why are you suing me? As if that holds any weight to somebody that's not from America. And yeah, Candace is retarded. That's it.
Oh my. Okay. So first of all, great.
Yeah, I know you didn't know it went that deep.
No,
yeah.
I did not know it went that deep because that was all so very fucking specific too. Like when you were talking about it, I was like, how do they have evidence to the point that they feel this confident with it? Like, within this goddamn
I feel like so they think that simply because one of her brothers hasn't like come out and be like, hey, I exist, that she took his identity, as if he just can't be estranged from the family or anything of the sort. And matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think that brother filed a lawsuit years ago against one of the journalists for this in the first place. But since she hasn't physically seen him, she doesn't care. So the brother Jean-Michel that photographed with them as children, he hasn't, his physical presence hasn't been shown. And so she thinks that's evidence to Brigitte taking on his identity, or that being, no, I'm sorry, that being actually Brigitte, who then changed into a woman, even though they have a family portrait with a child that would be unaccounted for, whether she took that identity or she's actually the little fucking girl in her mom's lap. Like, which is the real fact of the matter, because of the age discrepancy of the other brother, who is still no, he died, but the age discrepancy matches the picture of the older brother and her as a baby. The age difference of when they were born makes sense to her being a baby, to him being a young adult. And the brother in between, we just don't know where he is or anything, which is possible. He don't have to be in the limelight.
Okay. All right, so oh God, that all makes so much sense now. Thank you so much, bro. So one question that I had, because I also have been seeing this argument when it comes to her fans. They've been saying, especially like on your content as well, they've been saying, oh, well, how come we didn't see any pictures of her pregnant? Is that really an argument? Like, that's a real thing?
Exactly. There's not one picture of my mother pregnant with me, ever.
Bro, there's
not one picture. I don't have one picture.
With that logic, I haven't the people that are watching this stream right now, the people that support me, I haven't showed you Negroes any picture of me as a child, as a little boy. Does that mean that I got bottom surgery?
No, it means you was born at 30. You came out as a 30-year-old.
Oh, my bad. True. I came out with fucking bills, debt, and depression. My bad. That just fucking happens, right? What the?
Oh, God.
Okay. Damn, that was a good ass synopsis. All right. So you sent me something in Discord, and this was on Twitter. So Milk Bar TV actually posted it. Shout out to Milk Bar. He says Candace Owens appears panicked as she calls the how do you pronounce that?
Macron.
Oh, the Macrons. Okay. Macron's lawsuit a foreign invasion, begging for Trump and JD Vance to intervene. It's crazy that Trump has been silent on this matter. Why is that crazy? First of all, Trump is not fucking with you. Let's get that straight right now. He does not want to talk to you. She also claims the Macrons want to impoverish her. What? For speaking? Get the fuck out of here. Oh my gosh. Shut the fuck up. Oh, you are what? For speaking?
That's her story. Let her tell
Dog, what? You are literally saying that somebody is a different gender than what they are.
Yeah, let her tell it. It's because she can't speak.
So are we really going to go, oh, they're impeding on my First Amendment rights? Are we really going to go that route? They're in fucking France, bro. And also, just because we have First Amendment rights, that doesn't mean you can say shit about me. That isn't true. Let's watch the clip.
Let's hear her explanation.
Oh, God.
To care about free speech. That was what they ran on. Of course, they're not doing any of that stuff anymore. They're creating DEI for Israel and pushing through laws to redefine anti-Semitism. But they pretended to care about free speech, and you had JD Vance, who went over there to Europe and gave a whole speech, tisk to all of you European leaders that are no longer listening to what your constituents want and are instead punishing them for their speech. If the majority of your constituents think something, you can't create laws and punish them. Like, right? That was kind of the gist of his speech. Like, the markets have decided what they want, and now you're punishing these people. That's crazy, he said.
I'm sorry. Correct me if I'm wrong, Logix. Wasn't she also the one that was inviting them to sue her, basically? Wasn't she all for it? Okay, yeah, that's what I fucking thought.
She was down. She was down.
America's going to be a leader. We don't believe in this. We won't support this. Then you have a literal European leader that is basically saying F you to the American Constitution, right? Emmanuel Macron.
He's in France. What the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about?
Bro, the fact is her audience will eat this up hook, line, and sinker. They will be like, oh my God, yes. What about the First Amendment, Candace? Like, the French president.
The First Amendment does not protect your ass from defamation. When did we?
First of all, I don't protect you from defamation in America. Why the fuck you think somebody from another country gives a fuck?
When did we get Logix? When the fuck did we get here? When did people become this stupid? I don't. Oh my gosh.
She's cultivated an audience. Like you see the comments, y'all. If y'all here, I have a video showing you how unhinged her fan base is. They're fucking stupid, and she's banking on them not caring about anything that's real. They just have to listen to her, and that's all. That's all that matters.
Oh my gosh. What the fuck?
And Brigitte are saying, you know what? We don't like that podcaster in America. And we are going to launch a lawsuit that's never been launched before, an unprecedented lawsuit.
A defamation lawsuit is unprecedented.
Okay. She's talking like her president.
A defamation lawsuit is unprecedented.
It is not unprecedented. Okay. It is. You know how many defamation lawsuits happen within this country a year? I bet you we can find that number.
We just saw about 3, and your president fucking lost to one.
Right. Oh my gosh.
And both JD Vance and Trump have not issued a statement. In fact, where are the journalists even asking them to make a statement? Okay. A state leader is speaking about your constituent and launching a lawsuit and saying you're going to impoverish them for executing their First Amendment right. Where are you?
I need to look up impoverish because I feel like she's using it wrong. I have to look this up.
Now she is begging JD Vance and Donald Trump, where are you? Nick, dealing with other shit that isn't you. What the fuck? Your constituent? Do you think any president, for that matter, has time to deal with specific matters to specific constituents? No, nothing would ever get done. What are you talking about? So
yeah, that is insane.
So just because you voted for Trump, he's supposed to just drop everything and help Candace because she can't keep her fucking mouth closed. Like, what are you talking? You literally dug yourself in this hole, stupid. No one else told you to do this.
What was even funnier is for you to say, Trump, why aren't you saying anything? She claims, which I don't even know if I believe, he called her and said, stop doing this. So what the fuck are you talking about?
Okay,
According to her, she had a personal phone call from the president, Donald Trump, and said, hey, you know what? Stop with this whole Brigitte Macron's a man stuff. You know, it's not a good look. And she didn't give a fuck.
So
now this is happening and she's bitching.
Wow. So that would totally contradict what she's basically saying here, because if the president of the United States said stop it and you still continue to talk about it and you still say, oh, I think she's a man, and now you're saying, oh, you guys need to step in and get the fuck out of here, you stupid bum. You are a bum.
I covered it on stream. I didn't make a video out of it, but it was on one of my streams where she talked about that phone call, and I'm like, oh, so I don't know if I believe her, but if it did happen, you are going against your own logic and your own story and your own occurrences to make this narrative of Trump. Why aren't you saying anything? He tried to stop it from happening. At this point, he can't do shit.
Right. So what do you want him? What the fuck you want him to do? You literally did this yourself. You dug this hole yourself. Fix it yourself, stupid. Oh my gosh. And you would talk about how great your husband is and how good of a leader he is. He did not lead you to make a good decision. This was stupid. And this is a weird hill to die on. There are other important things that you could be talking about that isn't this.
She may get them divorce papers next.
Oh my gosh. And now I just find it funny because at first she was gung-ho about being sued. Oh yeah, come sue me then, bitch. Like blah, blah, blah. Like she came with all that rah-rah shit. Now she's saying, they're trying to impoverish me. Wow.
If you are Trump, the first thing you should have done, if you purport to care about America and our Constitution, as you're supposed to be the person that's defending that day in and day out, you would come out and you would say, I don't even know whether I believe that she's a man. It doesn't matter, right? I didn't watch the series. Fair. He didn't watch the series. He could even say, like he said to me on the phone, that I looked at her real close on the Eiffel Tower and it looked like a woman to me. Okay, you can say all those things, but you should say it's unacceptable. I'm a leader of this country. It is unacceptable that this leader would threaten the First Amendment in any way.
Wow. Yo.
We don't need.
Hold on. The mental gymnastics that is happening right now, and the fact that people will actually eat this shit up. Are you serious?
Yep.
Like, you know what? I feel like more people would respect her if she just took accountability. That's all she had to do. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's absolutely weird that she would even go this far to pretend like she has a point to make. It's crazy.
Oh my gosh. I can't wait till she gets sued into oblivion.
Rushing to issue a statement about a college male that's been shoved by a student for wearing an IDF shirt, okay? We don't need the federal government getting involved on something so meaningless. But we might need our federal government when it comes to this. Okay, the job of the federal government is to defend us against foreign invaders, and I would pretty much
foreign invaders. Foreign invaders. Chat. Foreign invaders.
She's calling the president of France a foreign invader for suing her personally. I'm fucking crying, G. Like, what?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
And you know what? People are really eating this shit up.
Bro, I don't know if I ever sent you this guy named his channel is called Rationality Rules, where he breaks down debates. He breaks down.
You did send me him before, yeah.
Yeah, he breaks down the base, and like this is what I just caught it. It was a perfect example of the loaded language of what really happened. She called him a foreign invader. No, he's the president of France suing you for lying about his wife. Like the loaded language make people feel away, and her audience is gonna be like, yes, this is basically terrorism. You know, like that's the next step.
Wow.
Oh my God.
This is terrorism. It would be insane. Matter of fact, I want people to say that. I want that to happen. I want that to be the next step so that we can really look back on this one day and be like, wow, your side was fucking stupid.
Yeah, it would be the next step for sure.
Emmanuel Macron right now is being a foreign invader. But
That's
no, they're
crazy.
silent.
Also, can you, oh man, I wish she was talking to somebody because I'd be like, can you articulate as to why you think they are invading? Like, please. How do you think they are invading the United States right now? How is you personally getting sued?
Personal lawsuit.
Invasion. Holy shit.
They are silent.
Oh, gosh.
And that's a pretty loud silence right now. Because like if I remove myself out of the situation, it is crazy that Trump has been silent on this matter, especially after Emmanuel Macron flew and tried to get Trump to shut me up. He knows.
Okay, so she just contradicted herself. Okay, so what the fuck? So this is her admitting that Trump tried to get her to shut up about it.
Yes.
Bro.
Emmanuel Macron is doing and how desperate he is to do it. So why is he allowing this attack on our speech?
I'm sorry, pause it real quick, and I'm gonna let it
No,
play.
you're fine. It's done. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah.
Okay, so fuck. I hope I didn't just lose my thought. Oh no. Okay, I'll say. So you said she paused it and admitted that it was you said what'd you say she admitted to?
She admitted that Trump
trying to stop it?
basically told her to stop.
Okay, and then I think I was gonna say please. I forgot my thought. So she admitted Trump called to say that he tried to get it to stop. I think my next point was that fuck, bro, I forgot it immediately.
Damn it, I hate when that happens.
Yeah, bro, I forgot my fucking thought. Well, if it come back to me, I'll
damn it! Oh man, I want it. Oh,
I can't. It's not coming, bro. It's not. Pause. It's not.
I knew that was coming. Also, pause.
Yeah.
Damn it. Yeah.
I forgot my thought.
I keep thinking about it. I am just very surprised. Like I knew Candace was stupid. But this is, you want to talk about unprecedented. This stupidity is unprecedented. And the fact that people, oh my God.
Yeah, I think I was going to say something along those lines. It's just it's a clear, I think I was going to say basically that pretty much was her selling the grift. It was telling the grift. It was like, all right, I just told you this big story on the president needs to speak out on how this is infringing on my First Amendment rights, which is bullshit in the first place. Well, so if you already fell victim to that narrative, she just told you that the president tried to warn you in the first place.
Right.
And so the end result is getting sued, which maybe he knew that. And whether he told her or not is irrelevant, in my opinion. He didn't have to be like, well, they're going to sue you because you being Candace Owens, you didn't give a fuck anyway. So
no,
now you're sued, whether or not he told you were going to get sued, but he told you to stop because 9 times out of 10, this woman's a fucking woman and born a woman, born a female.
Right.
And you're committing like 40% of your content to this story. And it's like, all right, you get sued, and now you're like, hey, Trump, why aren't you speaking against this bitch? He told you, and you know, I don't even call women bitches, but she deserves it. He told you that you should stop because this is fucking stupid. So if she gets sued, you know what? I watch Legal Eagle. I don't know if you watch him. Y'all watch Legal Eagle. He is a good analysis for legal cases in the ether of social media.
Okay.
He said, this isn't a open shut case on either side, but he said that it's basically like who's gonna come with it's who got a better story. I guess that's how every case goes down. But basically, neither one of them have an easy case to prove. It's a lot of factors that play into it.
Really?
Candace can't just act like they can't prove malice when she says something like, I would stake my entire career on Brigitte Macron being born a man.
You're right.
Male.
You have to prove malice.
So,
you're right.
Yes. So that
right.
statement in itself could potentially prove malice. And is also, she just has to prove that she just willfully just thought it. So he didn't make it, of course he doesn't know, but he didn't make it seem like one person's obviously going to win over the other. But he did say that Candace, they both have hard hills to climb. It's just who's going to come.
So why is that though? Because on their side, would it just be easy to provide proof that she's a woman? That's a genuine question. I have no idea. I'm not a lawyer.
No, I know. It's more than just if she's actually a woman. First of all, what I was gonna say was if it does come out that she's actually a woman, that's what I was gonna say. Whether she wins, whoever wins or loses, Candace's reputation should just no longer cease to exist, even though she shouldn't have had in the first place. Point. Because even if they lose the case, but we find out Brigitte was born a female, nobody should ever listen to Candace again. Even if she loses the case. Even if Brigitte loses the case. Nobody should ever listen to Candace if she was actually born a female.
But
because that's honestly but that's the end of the story. Whether she wins or not in court doesn't matter if she's actually a female, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't. I don't care if she wins or not. If she's a female, I don't care if she wins the case or not. She's a female.
You're right.
So Candace, you're full of shit. Go away forever. But the reason that y'all just gotta watch it. I'm not saying
you know what? I want to agree with you so bad. I want to, but I mean I do agree with you. That does look stupid on her part. Like if it turns out that she really is a woman and there's proof, but she still like doesn't rightfully get sued or whatever. Like it looks bad. No matter what the outcome is, it looks bad on her end. But no matter what, her audience is gonna spin it. Be like, well, why didn't she provide that beforehand? Why? No, something still fishy's going on.
No, that's what's funny. Legal Eagle broke it down. He broke all that shit down. Brigitte has sent that woman pictures of her as a child, so they shut the fuck up and she ignored it. And that's the part that can help prove the malice.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yes, bro, you got to watch it in your damn time. It's a 30-minute video. It's a 20 to 30-minute video, so you got to watch that whole thing. He's like I love Legal Eagle. He broke that shit down to a T. They sent that woman photos of Brigitte, and Candace pretends as if she don't have this and just brushes it off like it don't exist. So there's that. But that's why I said if she wins, if Brigitte and Emmanuel win, Candace is done. And if they don't win, but Brigitte is still proven to be a female, they still win in the public perception because Candace is lying.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my. Okay. So
some of your audience asking for the video, but it's long. I don't want to put that on them, but
right. Right.
It's just you can play that how you want.
Look, when it comes to, you probably feel this way too. Whenever somebody sends you a video and that bitch is like 40 minutes without timestamps, nah.
Yeah. It's one of those, but you can't timestamp the.
No, I got you. I'll honestly, that's probably something that I will watch on my own time. But
yeah, maybe you could even connect this combo with that. Yeah,
very true. Like whenever I repost this, like I can just make a separate video and just like connect the two. That's totally fine.
Separate or together. Yeah, whatever works. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. But in conclusion, Candace Owens is one of the dumbest people on the planet. Like you cannot tell me otherwise. That's just not smart. Why would you even want to potentially put yourself in that situation? I really don't. I don't get it. That's such a weird. And also, I think Sharon said it in the chat. She said, "Why are we having this conversation in the first place? Why does it matter if she was a man or a woman?"
And that's the thing too. And that's why it has to connect to what I was telling you about the PDF file ring. That's why she has to have this conversation. She wants to make it bigger than what it would be, because say she really was born a male, who gives a fuck? Like it's like, okay,
not I set the fly.
Like, so is that affecting anybody in France's life? Like, I don't care. They have, like, first of all, their age of consent is 15 in fucking France, so they're very liberal. Fucking like it's show. Nobody probably cares about that.
I'm sure they don't.
That's why she has to tie it into the PDF file ring.
Oh my god! But
Yeah.
Does she feel okay? Does she feel this way about like the Epstein shit? Like, does she feel the same way about that? Then does she think they need to release the what?
I don't know. I don't know her stance on the Epstein stuff, so I want to ascribe
fair.
to her. Yeah, I don't know her stance on that, so I don't know.
So
but she voted for somebody that was fucking
I'm saying
weird to kids his whole life. So
looking at a child and saying I'm gonna date her in 10 years is
10 years,
that's
yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yep.
Like, that's beyond weird. Like, that is fucking insane. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Hey, I appreciate you, dog. I knew I probably you know, intruded on your Saturday.
No, you did it. You did it.
All right,
this is you did it in the slightest. You know, I was ready for this type of convo.
Golly, man. Yeah, you were the perfect one to help me along, because I really did not understand like how deep the Candace Owens stuff went, but like I get it now. I get it.
Yeah, like, and y'all, this ain't even a political thing. It's just like accountability thing. It's just like Candace is ridiculous as a human being.
Right. This has absolutely nothing to do with politics. I mean, when I repost it, I'm sure that people are gonna say, "Oh, yeah. Well, apparently, guys, I'm a soy boy liberal, apparently," which is very interesting because I don't fit that archetype at all. So yeah.
I don't even. That's weird.
No, it is weird.
I'm sorry. Fuck this, bro. We were supposed to have a debate with somebody that fucking didn't want to. I don't know what the fuck happened.
He never.
We were supposed to have.
Yeah, he never responded back. But yeah, it's.
But he says stupid shit on my TikTok. So,
all the time, bro. So we were basically supposed to debate this guy that he was running rampant in my comments at one point. He just disagreed with everything that I was saying. It got to the point where I just like started to ignore him. And then I don't know how, like, I guess Logic got so annoyed on my behalf. Logic was like, yo, I'll fucking debate you. And they had a conversation, and it was the dumbest fucking conversation you ever heard before in my life. Guys, can you imagine talking to somebody that doesn't think that poverty could lead to crime? Do you know how fucking mad I was just listening to that comment? I was like, just imagine if I was a part of this, because I would have hung up in his face right then and there. You nigga, you don't think poverty leads to crime? You think skin color? You think this shit? You think violence is just ingrained in black people?
And that's why I don't know if you caught. I was like, I really hope you're not a race realist, because that's what you're damn near about to lead this road down to. It's like, so do you think that black people are just genetically prone to be violent? Is that your argument? It is just like, okay.
Didn't he deny that?
You know, he didn't address it at all, which made me like he might think it, but didn't want to argue it. He didn't even address when I said it. He didn't speak on it whatsoever. So I'm like, I feel like he might believe it, but doesn't have the arguments to back up the belief.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
So we were basically gonna have a conversation about like just some like typical like red pill shit. Like I gave him like a slew of like topics that we could talk about and that we could possibly like hone in on like for a potential debate, because he also disagreed with me on a bunch of the red pill shit, but he never said anything. And I'm sorry, I don't know if it's because he likes talking about the black community or he just specifically likes talking about politics or what, but if it isn't anything that's like a little more lighthearted than politics, I'm not fucking debating. I'm not doing that shit. Because especially when it comes to MAGA. I can talk to somebody that is I can usually talk to somebody that presents himself to be like a traditional conservative. I don't even know what the fuck that is anymore. But when it comes to MAGA, there's no finding middle ground. There's no agreeing to disagree. So Logics, I'll give you your credit, bro. I don't know how you do it, because I would have busted a blood vessel a long time ago.
That nigga in particular test me.
Woo!
I'm probably gonna, if he continues, I'm gonna probably block him, because he's egregiously ignorant, and it's just like, bro, no, not egregiously. My word, I'm like, you're aggressively stupid. Like, it's just like you push your stupidity onto people to a point that they want to hit you, and I don't even want to talk to somebody like that. I can agree. It's some people I just like, all right, I disagree with you, but I want to hit you now, and that's not. So I just need to block you, like, because it's fucking ridiculous at this point.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? I got to that point once upon a time. That's why I had to stop.
Yeah.
That's why I had to stop. Because I was like, okay, yeah, you talking crazy, so I'm going to just like, anyway. But I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, bro. Good stream. W stream. Make sure y'all like. Make sure y'all sub if you ain't sub, because I know some of y'all in here probably watching and not sub. Make sure y'all like the stream, sub to the stream. So as always, turn them notifications on, man.
Yes, sir. And Logix, make sure that you plug your shit, put it in the chat, all that.
You can't post links in the chat. Can you?
You can. I think you can post your.
Man, I think mods can. Mods can.
All right.
Okay. Well, I'll post my YouTube channel.
All right, get out of here, nigga. All right.
All right,
yo, peace.
Have a good stream, bro.
I appreciate you, man. Peace. Oh man, shout out to Logix. Make sure that you guys subscribe to his channel if you can. So the next thing that we were going to move on to is Anthony Fantano. So I wanted to talk about this as soon as I heard about it. Apparently, Anthony Fantano has been caught in some, I don't know if they were chat rooms or what, but he was caught in like, I don't know if it was a Zoom room or whatever, but the people that he were on with were making jokes about Trayvon Martin. He was kind of laughing about it. He didn't say anything. So, yeah, he was in those racial chat rooms. And if you do not know who Anthony Fantano is, he's this guy. He's the guy with the glasses that does the music reviews, okay? And this video is coming straight from Omeezy. This is Anthony Fantano was in the racial chat room showing feet. Hilarious. Like Doja. Yo, I don't know. Yo, I feel like my computer is slow today. I don't know what's going on.
Who infamously called Ian a and now he just kind of quotes that.
Hey, the video just started. Whoa. It's been 5 seconds.
Who infamously called Ian a and now he just kind of quotes that to death. That dude clearly had a few screws loose, but Ian really had no problem with putting him on blast.
He could have just said N-word. He didn't have to say the word.
To make him look ridiculous.
Did Anthony just say what I think he just said?
Yes, he did.
Let me get into costume just to make this right. Hello, everyone. Omar here, the internet's most unemployed commentator. And I'm here
most
to tell
unemployed
you about
commentator.
Anthony Fantano apparently being a racist. I'm pretty sure most of you are familiar with the needle drop, aka Anthony Fantano, aka that white guy in glasses who commentates on different albums, different music, different genres. He's widely regarded as the authoritarian on this side of YouTube. Really,
I don't know why. I don't know why people regard him as some sort of authoritarian when it comes to music. Like, I don't take his opinion serious. Sometimes I agree with him, sometimes I disagree with him. But who the fuck said that? And who actually thinks that? I don't know anybody that actually thinks that.
All sides of YouTube when it comes to reviewing music.
Say what you want about Anthony Fantano, whether you agree with his takes or not, but you gotta respect the guy. You have to, because first of all, he listens to an insane amount of music. I be going through his YouTube reviews and he's talking about music and artists that I have never heard in my life. And just
I mean, a lot of people do that. That's nothing fucking special. The only difference is that he's making content. There are people that consume numerous amounts of musical artists, different genres, etc. Like, that's nothing special. What's up, AW1?
Range of genres, right? Y'all don't do that, first of all. Second of all, every time he has a take or an opinion, he backs it up with facts. He's always talking about why he feels a certain way about a body of work, whether it's the production or the vocal performance.
Okay, so if I tell you how I feel about a project, that's not facts. That's my opinion. That tells me that you're biased because you agree with him, and you're saying that it's facts because you hold the same opinion.
Performances. He has knowledge about how music is put together. Some of y'all like to jump on this app and just say, this album's mid, and you have no explanation. So whether you agree with him or not, you have to respect the fact that he backs up his explanation and his opinions every damn
time.
Holy glaze. Well, I never
Holy
thought that I would be
glaze.
scrolling across the internet and coming across a tweet or a series of tweets about him saying some out of pocket, just downright racial things. Seems like another one bites the dust this week. I saw this tweet. In less than 24 hours, Anthony Fantano has been exposed laughing at Trayvon Martin's death with his alt-right buddies, caught saying the N-word with a hard R on video, and deleting posts from last night where he hinted Drake was a PDF file. This is what happens when white men pretend to be a part of a culture just to grift off of it, and y'all let him sit at the table.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if he grifted off of the culture or not. I guess you can make the argument because, I mean, he's just out here just willy-nilly using the N-word. So I guess. I mean, honestly, I tried. I can't defend him. I can't.
This long, but I dug through the tweets, dug through all the evidence, and now I am here to present to you all a video about Anthony Fantano.
Crap. Real quick, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. I'm gonna be very fast. Not even gonna put on the intermission screen. Do not go anywhere, or I will come to your house and put you in a wheelchair. Back. Look at Watts being Hassan. Nah, why every time I gotta use the bathroom? Y'all just say I'm taking this shit. I'm not taking this shit, man. Just let me pee. Damn. Yes, I washed my hands. Yes, I did. I always wash my hands. Yes.
Apparently being a racist. Now, the original video that we saw at the beginning is depicting him seemingly saying two slurs, one to blacks and one to
LGBTQ.
Gay people. To give him some bail here, this is quoted. This is from someone else saying how somebody was.
But like, whether it's quoted or not, you do not have to say the quote. Like, no one made him say it. No one had him at gunpoint to say that shit.
Talking specifically about him, so it is taken a little bit out of context, but I would think that somebody who is more responsible, like Anthony Fantano, would be able to know that he should not be saying these sorts of words. Like, you shouldn't be saying these things even in a quote. This isn't literary work. I don't understand why people don't understand not to say these things when it comes to quoting someone. This is a white guy.
And like, I'm sorry, if you want to be successful, if you want to continue to be successful, you want to get brand deals, blah blah blah. I wouldn't risk it. I mean, yes, do I say nigga? I am black. It is totally different. But even then, I'm not on here saying the hard ER.
A predominantly black space, and he seemed like Quentin Tarantino rolling those hard R's and F slurs off his tongue, man. Almost like he was years into the game of doing this. Now, if it ended there, we wouldn't be making this video, but there is more evidence about Anthony Fantano.
That's why I didn't make a video, because I was like, damn, I don't see anything else besides that one video, but apparently this is a lot.
Is very, very damning, I'll say, to be quite honest with you.
Vegan invited me to an event that taught me about PETA's buying guide / neoliberal whiteness and Trayvon Martin. Okay.
He laughed.
Dude, fuck Trayvon. I was thinking Trey Melvin. Trey Melvin. I had a big thing with Trey Melvin.
Trayvon Martin.
It's all these fucking black names, dude. I get confused.
Whoa! Okay, so you would think somebody that reviews hip hop and rap and R&B, and somebody that is so like involved within, our culture, you would think he would be like, hey man, that's not cool, you shouldn't have said that, I'ma dip out, something, you know. Instead he just laughed.
Yes.
Is this the male equivalent of Doja Cat being in those racial chat rooms
Absolutely.
showing her feet? Yeah, that is Anthony Fantano. That is not anything edited. That is him making fun of, laughing at Trayvon Martin.
No, it doesn't surprise me.
Saying the most out-of-pocket, outrageous things and just not saying anything about it. This is him as a grown-ass man. I don't want to hear those excuses in the chat. But yeah, that is Anthony Fantano. It was a meme review channel that he had from back in the day where he also was depicted having a cord wrapped around his neck while an image of a black guy with a white noose around his neck appeared behind him. Next, we can see a background image of another black person being choked right as Fantano says the words "choked to death." He's playing the specter of black, ending lives and deaths for laughs. Okay, well, I'm sure that has to be the only things that people have on Anthony Fantano as far as dirt goes. There can't be
the end of my YouTube career for
the whole Alex is a thing.
What the fuck? So he's been saying this. How did no one catch this before? He's been saying this.
Real nibbas do stuff.
Who infamously called Ian a Harvey Weinstein. What's your opinion on Mike Dean producing the new album? I'm not even a really big guy. So Jigglypuff is a social justice meme featuring a loud, obnoxious pig of a human being who is screaming her brains out at the New Hampshire college date of Milo Yiannopoulos' Dangerous Tour. Another funny slew of social justice memes come about because everything they say is nearly brain dead. There's so many of these videos cropping up that all of the channels that are essentially just ripping off Sargon of Akkad's channel can barely keep up. And calling him a Brony says he's nice fave if he's a That's what it's supposed to look like, you
Yeah, that's brutal. That right there was part of an 8-minute supercut of people gathering information.
8 minutes. 8 minutes. You mean there's more? There's fucking more? Okay. All right. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you, chat. I don't know how you gonna recover from this one. That's actually crazy. I did not realize it was that bad. Shit.
In the past, he had an alt YouTube channel at one point in time where he just said and did some of the most outrageous things that the article The Fader would later on call him an edgelord for, stuff that normal people just probably would not say. I think that's a fair statement to say. And there's a bunch of excuses in which Anthony Fantano, his fans and disciples have used in order to shield him from any sort of backlash. As you notice,
my gosh, I cannot wait to hear these excuses. What do you think? What's one excuse, chat, that you think is going to be used here? I have black friends. I obviously was just joking. Like, I don't even know what excuses that he could use.
For a lot of super chats or comments or tweets that he was
under
from,
the influence.
That,
he was young.
These slurs came from quotes, and he was just quoting the person who was saying these things originally. Now, again, I don't think that a lot of people find that to be a very valid excuse for saying these things outright. These things are still derogatory. They are disrespectful. It's not like he doesn't know that. He is very much so in the know. But he still continued to say them for the sake of the conversation. I don't know. I don't know what would make you just quote a bunch of racist things or homophobic things like that. Now, since then, the channel has been terminated from YouTube. We don't want that on the platform. We want to scrub that. He is still the needle drop after all.
So what happened? October 3rd, 2017. All of That Is The Plan's videos are removed and replaced with this video of his 20-second still image demonetization symbol. Anthony states on both his Twitter and his Facebook page that the channel is dead. On Twitter especially, Anthony discusses why the channel is dead and echoes these points in his Fader response video 3 days later. Fader had written a piece on how That Is The Plan panders to the alt-right. All the points made in the article are false, and Anthony explains how each point is ridiculous due to the points being made out of context. For example,
and the first shocking reveal is this photo. Is this photo of me during a video where I'm parodying Hobson fans? And the full reveal of this photo is this. The man is hanging himself with toilet paper. Toilet paper, not a noose. Which, if you didn't know, has been a pretty viral internet meme over the past year or so. Kids blowing up on.
I'm not gonna lie. I never knew this was a thing. Chat, how many of you knew that this was a meme where people were putting toilet paper over their necks and taking pictures? What the fuck? Is my video gonna get monetized, guys? Like, what is going
Platforms
on?
like the now defunct Vine just kind of hanging themselves with toilet paper in the bathroom and like dropping off of their bathtubs. And off of sharing this meme, you're going to insinuate that I'm an alt-righter and that I'm racist and I want people, specifically black people, to be hurt.
Now, I'll give you that, Anthony. There are some memes that are definitely taken out of context. People shouldn't look at history that way. They should try to get the full scope and the full perspective and then try to make assessments and judgments, because that could have been debunked without even putting out some sort of article. There's definitely grace and there's place and space for understanding there. I don't doubt that at all. How that excuses you from the other just flat out racist things that you said, it really doesn't. It shouldn't. And people have all the context in that. Some were in quotations, some were out of quotations. You just said it. So therefore you should still be held accountable for that.
Agreed.
And also, you also had people like Sam Hyde, who we killed Doja Cat for. You had him on your platform as well. Is there any explanation for that?
And she's being called out for posting a photo of herself wearing a t-shirt featuring Sam Hyde, who is, by the way, notoriously known across the internet for his neo beliefs. In a now deleted and resized image, she's wearing a black graphic t-shirt of Sam Hyde holding a firearm. The controversial figure has faced backlash in the past for his support to Donald Trump and the
Doja Cat has been playing in our face for so long, dog. Oh my gosh.
alt-right movement. And he's well known for donating $5,000 to Andrew Anglin, the founder of neo website The Daily Stormer. Doja has yet to comment anything about the selfie, but we can tell you people were not happy.
You think the police should treat people differently depending on their race?
Yes.
Why?
If you pulled up on a car full of 4 black guys at night and you asked them to roll their window down,
I go, yo, what's up, Holmes? Let's get something to eat.
what do you think would happen?
No, you're implying that they would be violent, but they wouldn't. They're good people.
Okay.
You a racist guy? Are you a racist?
I got racial hangups. If I pick up the
What the fuck is a racial hang-up? I've never heard of that ever before in my life. Like, every now and again, I could be a little racist, you know? I got a couple racial hang-ups. It's so funny to me because these people are such fucking cowards. If you are going to be racist, if you do not like black people, stand on that shit. Stand on it. If you are that comfortable to say these things, to say certain things and do certain things, be comfortable enough to label yourself as a fucking racist, bro. Such cowards.
phone and it's Indian.
What's up, Ashley?
I don't know how the keyboard warriors can really defend these things. And this is why
Ashley, you're going to have to go back and watch the stream. It's been a good one so far.
This matters. It's interesting how Anthony Fantano is very much a hip-hop enthusiast. He's a guy of the culture.
Right.
He's a guy who criticizes hip-hop and consumes a lot of, the remnants of it, gets all of the pieces and the parts of hip-hop, the culture, the people in it, etc., while then simultaneously turning around and saying racial things on the internet and hanging around people who have racial hang-ups because they're funny. I don't know, that's weird. If I was hanging out with a funny racist, I think people would think that it's strange and question me and my character, but I'm seeing a lot of defense online for him just because he's...
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. There's been, is low-key unrelated, but it reminded me of it. People have been getting on Castanet's ass because he stuck up for Neon because of the whole Breakfast Club situation, even though Neon was a racist piece of shit and referred to his mother as a fat Harriet Tubman. He still, for some reason, defended Neon and said the Breakfast Club was unprofessional, which is fucking insane.
Given favorable music reviews for their favorite artists, that shit is so stupid. It even makes it worse because Anthony Fantano has been seen on the internet in some sort of, again...
Hope everything is okay, Ashley.
Attempt to be funny, I guess. TikTok video depicting or giving judgment as to who is black enough.
Kamala Harris was told that she's not black, and there was an outrage.
Sure.
I'm just, it's confusing to me why there wasn't a similar response by people like yourself, or like why what happened with Drake was treated differently.
Like whether or not I was outraged that was the case.
It's kind of messed up, right?
Well, I mean, I think that's those.
I would argue that that's different. That happened under the guise of a rap battle, opposed to a fucking political campaign, bro. There is an actual difference when it comes to a rap battle. You know that there are going to be exaggerations and there are going to be like, you know, low jabs here and there. Like, obviously, like when I heard Not Like Us, my mind didn't immediately go, Drake is a PDF file, even though he very well may be, but that wasn't where my mind went. Okay. I was like, Kendrick talking shit. That's where my mind went.
Those were happening in two far different contexts.
That's literally what I
mean,
just
like
said.
Drake's like black, right?
I mean, yeah, I can't deny that. Look, here's the thing. I'm not saying it's not faulty messaging. Like, you know, objectively speaking, like Drake's dad is black.
What's up, Sean?
Drake is black.
Anthony, it's not looking good for you in the light, but I do always want to give people an opportunity to at least respond to themselves, because that's one of the most beautiful things about the internet, is that everybody, for whatever reason, feels the need to speak on everything. I just do not get it, like why people feel the need to speak up. Oftentimes it makes them look much worse. But we'll see if that's what happens with Anthony here.
Now, these are the same sorts of allegations that I have fought against and won before, and I'm happy to do it again because I have nothing to hide and I know they're not true. With Exhibit A, this clip right here, which has just been going absolutely viral, and here's my explanation for it. Early on in my YouTube career, I had some pretty lax views when it came to quoting the language of others, and my point of view was, what does it matter? It's not me saying it. I'm relaying a lyric or a sentiment or...
It's weird though, because you don't fucking have to. You know that certain words have certain meanings behind them. Like you don't have to say them. You chose to say it though. That's the weird part. Whether you're quoting somebody or not.
By someone else. And the reason I'm doing so is to voice disagreement with calling people racial and homophobic slurs as a bit, which is what the original content creator I was quoting was doing. I would rather err on the side of caution and not hurt anyone by explicitly voicing language that doesn't exist in a vacuum, even if I am quoting it. And that's actually been my approach for a very long time now. I mean, this clip may be new to you, but it's actually almost 10 years old. If this was ever something I made a regular habit of doing, believe me, you'd be seeing more examples.
There's fucking 8 minutes worth, bro. 8 minutes. This is nothing. Hey, you not new to this. You true to this.
And obviously say that I'm sorry, which I am in fact sorry about this. Now, there are going to be some people watching this video who will say, no, that's not enough. I know you're a racist. I saw a clip of you laughing at Trayvon Martin's death. But believe it or not, the way this clip has been presented is a lie, and it's been heavily edited too. I gotta say, the Drunken Peasants podcast where I was appearing in that clip is explicitly not a right-wing podcast. And in this clip that you just saw, I'm reading a super chat that is on the screen that was sent in by a viewer of the show. And the reason I'm jumping into reading it is that partially it is a dig at me, because on the show it's not exactly a secret that I'm an openly liberal vegan. And from there, here is what actually happens.
A vegan invited me to an event that taught me about PETA's buying guide / neoliberal whiteness and Trayvon Martin. Okay.
Dude, fuck Trayvon. Shit, I was gonna.
You're such an.
I was gonna say Trey Melvin, but it's no Trayvon Martin.
Man, totally you're so. You know what, Jeff? You're so right wing.
As you can see there, that is not the clip that is getting passed around. In this.
Did you guys see a difference in that clip? That literally seemed like the same fucking clip to me. Am I missing something?
Original clip, Jeff Holiday there on the podcast doesn't even finish his sentence. He apparently gets Trayvon Martin mixed up with someone else entirely, and I even call him a moron. Because that is obviously something a fucking moron would communicate. With all that being said, I realized a long time ago that I really do need to be careful about who I talk to and what platform I appear on publicly, because in the eyes of the wrong person, any association or appearance can be read as a deep tie or an endorsement of an idea that I don't fucking agree with.
I'm to the point where none of this is surprising to me. I knew Anthony was going to have something to say about all these, and while I did believe that there was some sort of edits made towards the Trayvon Martin clip, just the insensitivity around saying things for the sake of them being quotes or whatever the case may be, that was clearly still there. He also addressed the Fader situation where it was a white noose being hung around a black man. All that stuff is fine. There were some times in that super cut where there was no quote Anthony, and I think that was just totally glossed over. But again, does it surprise me that these young white men, content creators coming up in the internet in the early 2010s?
No, not at all. And you know what? We're gonna. I feel like somebody else really big is probably gonna bite the dust at some point. Who that is, I have no idea. But some shit is gonna get revealed. I'm telling you.
Had said things like this before? No, not at all. For me, this conversation was one of those, okay, I expected this. It's not surprising situations to me. I'm not falling to my knees in Walmart because the needle drop is getting canceled now in Walmart. But what it does spark is an interesting conversation. Two things. Is being young an excuse? And two, how do people feel about pulling up old topics continuously and repeatedly? For me, as far as pulling up old topics continuously and repeatedly about your past that have been debunked before, this is the price of, and I don't even want to say fame, but just living life, experiencing new people, being shown to a new audience, etc., etc. It's your past, and it is a part of who you are.
When do you think? I'm kind of indifferent on the conversation of the excuse of being young. When do you guys think that would be actually like a legitimate excuse? 10 years ago, I guess that would depend on the age. Like, I'm in my 30s right now, right? Like, I'm 31 years old. If I tweeted some dumb shit when I was 14, I don't think anybody is going to hold me for saying some wild shit. I could easily just be like, bro, I was literally 14. Like, I'm sorry, I don't think like that anymore, but what do you want me to do? I was 14.
In your story, you are gonna have to address it, as annoying as it may be.
Nah,
and you could go.
No. Neon is right, because that shit was totally different, because that happened when he was 18 and 19, and he's still in his fucking early 20s. He's 20 or 21 now. Like, yeah, that was a couple years ago. God, I'm a totally different person. Not that much.
The route of not addressing it at all. I found that Duke Dennis did that most recently when people brought up a case about him back in 2014, I want to say. He just ultimately did not address it, and it died down, which these things normally do, because a lot of the internet has a lot of fake outrage built into them. They do, but man. At the end of the day, as you grow and people look through your past and your history, it's no different than if you go get a background check and you have something on there, or if you have a job interview where they're looking at your resume. It's your life. You're gonna have to respond about it, and as long as you've atoned for those sins that you've done in the past, you should be okay with talking about those things. That's why I felt it was very weird when Neon got so upset that the Breakfast Club, albeit in a joking manner, was just simply asking him about his past. And quite honestly, a lighthearted version of it. You should be able to just address it. And two, is being young an excuse? I think not. Not at all. There was a tweet that I had saw about Love Island this past weekend. Sierra from Love Island, who we had covered on this channel, who said a racial slur on her platform. It's interesting how these people are young and they don't know any better, yet they use these terms, phrases, racial epithets, slurs, or whatever the case may be, in the most perfect presentation ever. It makes no sense. If I didn't know that this was hurtful, or if I didn't know that this was a slur.
Hey, chat question: Did Justin Bieber ever apologize for saying the N-word constantly in that one video where he was singing it? Did he ever apologize for that?
I didn't know the context of any of this stuff. I would use it wrong. We've seen videos, we've seen depictions. We know people in real life that don't know what words mean and they use them wrong. Hell, sometimes I use words wrong on this platform and I know people are like, you know what? Omar doesn't know what that word means. And that's okay. Talk that up to total ignorance. But to say that somebody is young as an excuse when they are using it in the best way possible, it just does not make any sense to me. So how's this going to go over? I really don't know. I don't think that people are going to cancel Anthony Fantano. I don't think cancel culture is even real. These people are going to move on regardless of how much evidence is presented in front of you. I just don't want people to go forward using those two excuses.
Y'all didn't... Wait, are you guys dead ass right now? You guys really didn't know that Justin Bieber said the N-word? When he was a kid.
About pulling up old tweets and what's wrong with people, et cetera, as some sort of grace from now on, and especially not the "it's young, that was the era." Listen, that whole "it's young, it was the era" conversation
I didn't
is
know
one
a
of
lot
the
of people
stupidest
didn't know
things in the
about that.
world. You wanted to be edgy because that was the era of being edgy. I'll even give you grace there. Fine,
Right.
fine, that's cool. It's stupid, but it's cool. You could have chose any way to be edgy. You could have just chose to be an outright contrarian, you know, opposing things that are just widely regarded to be known as true. You could have been homophobic. You could have been misogynistic. You could have been just anti anything. You chose to be racist. I don't think that that's just a secret. Now, sometimes everybody chooses all of them. But if you wanted to be edgy, there's ways to be edgy that don't include you, you know, disparaging people for their race, their gender, or their class, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
If I wanted to be edgy, I'd probably get a neck tattoo, right? I'd probably start smoking cigs. I don't think I would start going out there.
Smoke? What the fuck are you, 40? Smoking cigs and getting neck tattoos aren't edgy. That I feel like that's what fucking baby boomers think is edgy these days. Neck tattoo and cigarettes.
Calling Mexican or Hispanic people just everything under the sun. That's probably not how I would do it. I'm thinking this cancellation is a strong to light 6. I don't think it's very impactful. I don't think it's very meaningful.
I love the
not
reference.
his best work, but also not his worst work. Yeah, this was kind of weak to me. Transition. Have you read up on the Anthony Fantano situation? Is he canceled to you? Do you even go to him for your music reviews? What about for your commentary needs? Who are you listening to? Let me know what you think in the comment section.
Hilarious. Yo, real... God, this shit is not going to get monetized. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. I want you guys to see. Oh, bet. It's on Entertainment Tonight, meaning that it is bleeped out.
One less lonely
Woo!
One less lonely
Mm.
One less lonely
He keeps saying it, Jack.
Gonna be one less. If I kill you, I'll be part of the KKK. Then there'll be one less lonely. There's gonna be one less lonely.
Seriously though, do we ever know if he ever apologized for that? Because that shit was egregious. Yeah, bro. I'm so surprised that you guys did not know this. Oh my gosh. Fantano music takes are ass too. They aren't terrible. They aren't some things I agree with, some things I don't. I don't think his music tastes are like egregious though. Well, it depends. I feel like cuz this is where like your bias plays. Where it comes into play, because I think he likes a lot of the same music as I do, like pure boom bappy shit, like lyricism. Like if you hear that shit and it's a good story, then he's probably gonna give it like a higher score. So I don't know, but if you like shit like Travis Scott and the what was that album, the Jack Boys? I heard that album. He gave it a 2. I gave that shit a 1. That was a masterpiece of shit. If I can unhear that, that would be great. I hated that album. It was garbage. Wow. Matter of fact, I feel like Travis Scott has not put out a great album since Astroworld was good. I really did like Astroworld, but the last like really, really, really good album that he put out was most definitely Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight. But anyway, let's see here. What else do we have to talk about? There are a few like random things. Oh, this is something interesting that somebody sent me. So this video is called "The Most Suspicious Thing I've Ever Seen on YouTube," and this is coming from the David Pakman Show. Benny Johnson, apparently something funky is going on with his YouTube. If you do not know who Benny Johnson is, this is somebody that is he's MAGA. He's MAGA. Damn, it's like we talking a lot about politics tonight without really talking about it, but something fishy is going on.
I want to talk to you today about the most suspicious
hello?
thing that I've ever seen on YouTube. I want to talk to you today about the most suspicious thing that I've ever seen on YouTube. And it has everything to do with a YouTuber named Benny Johnson. Now, I published a piece on Substack about this where I go into even more detail, but let me
Okay.
explain what this is about. I've been publishing political content to YouTube for a very long time. If you dig way back, you'll find videos from 2009. They make me cringe, yes, but after 15 years on this platform, you learn a few of the things
Of course.
that are just reality. Number one, video performance is unpredictable. You think a video will do well, it doesn't. You think a video will do okay, it blows up. You just sometimes don't know.
Chat, he ain't fucking lying. He is not lying. It's a rare few times where I post a video and I'm like, I know this one gonna hit. It's rare. Like, usually if I talk about something red pill, I know it's going to do better, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to do great. Like, you just never know. And matter of fact, there are videos that I posted recently that did really fucking well, and I didn't expect it. I didn't expect the video about the Hodge twins to get to where it is now. So he's not wrong.
Number two, if you talk about politics, half your audience will hate you, at least the ones that comment.
Yep, true.
And this is the key part for us. New subscribers track closely with video views, unless something weird is going on. To get more new subscribers
track with video views. I will agree with that.
You have to have more video views.
True.
If your video views go down, you're going to have fewer new subscribers.
Very true.
Except if something very weird is happening. And this week,
That's
writer and
usually true,
researcher
yeah.
Kyle Tharp published a piece called "This Right-Wing YouTuber is Having a Moment." The YouTuber in question is Benny Johnson. The headline stat is that in Q2 of this year, Benny Johnson's YouTube channel gained 2.2 million subscribers.
That's a lot.
Making it by far the fastest growing politics-related
over Joe Rogan, Charlie Kirk, MSNBC, Fox, Timcast, Tucker Carlson
channel of the second quarter by far. Now, why is this unusual? It's unusual.
What the fuck?
Because the growth in subscribers for Benny Johnson
doesn't match up with the
does not
views.
match growth in views. In fact, his views appear to be down slightly.
Interesting.
Now, before we go deeper, remember who we're dealing with here. Benny Johnson was caught up in this 2024 scandal where it was revealed that he was indirectly receiving Russian money through a company called Tenet.
He was a part of that shit too? He was a part of that? I did not know he was a part of that. Oh, shit. Okay.
Johnson and others said we had no idea the money came from Russia.
Of course.
The payment rates were wildly above market rate, in some cases $400,000 a month. Some even had six-figure signing bonuses. So this is not someone with a spotless track record. Now let's get back to the data. Normally, more views means more subscribers.
Correct.
It's not exact, but that's the pattern. Here's a
yes. Okay. So I get around. Let me just put this into perspective for you guys, right? If I put out a video and it does more than what I usually do, which is around like 1,000 to 3,000 views, okay? Let's just make the range a little big. If my video garners, let's say 80,000 views, and I don't get a lot of subscribers from that video, something is a little fishy, because the odds are 80,000 of your own subscribers are not going to watch that video. 80,000? That's actually fucking insane. 80,000 is crazy.
look at my own channel.
Yeah, he probably buying
about
subs.
3.3 million subscribers right now. This is actual data from my YouTube analytics, and you can see clearly more views, more subscribers. Yeah. It's predictable. That's how it works. Now look at Benny Johnson's data from.
Matter of fact, I can real quick. I can show you guys this too. Let me show you my data real quick. I have nothing to hide. I ain't gonna show you how much I make, but just to prove his point, because that's actually fucking true. Okay, let's go to my content. Let's go to one of my videos that did like mediocre, right? Okay, let's go to the pummeling video. Let's see. Yeah. Analytics. Damn. So look, the pummeling video, you can see how much I made from it. It's really not that deep because it's not that much. So the pummeling video, I actually lost a subscriber which is interesting, but that's going into another bag of worms that I don't have time for. So this one only got 1.7K, right? It's 176 less than usual, and I lost 1 subscriber. However, if I go to a video that did relatively well, for example, like the Hodge Twins one that I just posted. Options. Hello. Analytics. This one got 8,000 views, while the other one got only 1,000. And I received 51 subscribers. You saw the other one. I really didn't have that many views, and I lost a subscriber. But more views, more subscribers. That's pretty much how it works. Hello. Damn, I don't know why my computer is moving so slow today.
The arrows show huge subscriber growth, but views that are either flat or declining. This is
make
weird.
any sense.
Now compare this to Midas Touch. Midas Touch is one of the fastest growing progressive YouTube channels right now. Similar subscriber numbers, but their views match their subscriber growth. Midas has had high views, high subscribers. That's what you would expect. So what's going on here? There are really only a few scenarios where you see subscriber numbers and view numbers separate, decouple. Number one, if you say something truly awful, like so disgusting that it encourages your existing subscribers to unsubscribe, you could see that as the views go up of this disgusting thing you said, your net subscribers go down because people go, I got to unsubscribe. This is absolutely disgusting. But that's the opposite of what we're seeing.
Right.
We're not seeing high views and subscribers going down. We're seeing
that's also a very specific situation. Like, how often does that happen?
Low views and subscribers going
up. Right.
And that's what gets us to the most likely scenario, which is some kind of artificial subscriber growth. And this is where things get complicated. Artificial subscriber growth might be completely legal, paid ad campaigns. You run YouTube ads or Google ads. They're targeting subscriptions to your YouTube channel. You could do that. It's really inefficient for political channels. I don't know anybody who actually does it because the targeting isn't great. It's just really expensive. You've got to pay a crazy amount of money for a relatively small number of subscribers. However, if someone else is paying for that, if you had a super PAC, a foreign government, some propaganda agency, a wealthy ally, the logic changes. They're not worried about profit.
That's true.
They're after influence. So they might just pour money into inflating your channel subscribers to paid campaigns just to boost your reach. Now, there's other scenarios like maybe you're using some kind of technical trick, some auto-subscribe pop-up somewhere or embedded subscriber links or stuff like that.
He's buying them bitches.
YouTube's terms of service don't allow that, and that stuff tends to get shut down. And finally, you could do what's called subscriber farming. This is probably the most concerning. There's a sort of black market for YouTube subscribers. You can buy them through click farms, hacked accounts, and in other ways. It's classic manipulation. These are like the tactics that Russia's Internet Research Agency does. You fake the numbers to make it seem as though you have a lot more influence.
Yeah, I'm sorry, because in Q2, you mean to tell me this man gained 2.2 million subscribers? Nah, some up.
The fake subscribers are low quality. Over time, they tend to get purged out. But in the short term, they can really boost your clout by showing a really high subscriber.
Exactly what he just said, Maverick. So Maverick said, why would you buy subscribers when you get money for viewership, for clout, basically? If I show you that, if I show a company or somebody that I want to do like some sort of partnership with, or you know, if I want to basically like represent their brand or get some brand deal, whatever, I could easily be like, man, I have 5 million subscribers. If you tell me you have 5 million subscribers, I'm gonna be like, damn, that's a lot. Yeah, you can have this brand deal. Basically, to make a long story short, it just opens up a lot of doors because you have 5 million subscribers. It's a thing of clout.
Subscriber number. So what is Benny Johnson actually doing? I have no idea. I want to be clear. I don't have evidence that any of the things I mentioned are happening on his channel.
But something is iffy.
After 15 years of being on YouTube, I have never seen subscriber growth like this without a spike in views.
I'm willing to bet money that Benny Johnson is going to come out and he's going to say that David Pakman is lying about me. He's defaming me. I'm willing to bet money.
Talk to other creators. None of them have ever seen it. Whatever is going on, the implications are big, and it's bigger than YouTube. If this is a coordinated third-party campaign, it raises really serious questions about influence operations manipulating platform metrics. If this is an algorithmic exploit, it would mean YouTube's defenses are weaker than we thought. That impacts everybody. And if this is paid acquisition for political gain, even legally, it could trigger a new arms race for artificial growth, and that will warp the field for independent voices, small creators, and those who don't have the pockets to generate artificial growth. Now, if this is straight up fraud, bots purchase subscribers, that would mean it's still pretty easy to game the system, and the fallout isn't just views or clout, it's media coverage. It's, look at the growth of this channel. He must be saying important things. Well, is he? No, he's or
not
is there some kind of artificial subscriber acquisition here? So this
if you guys do not know Benny Johnson is the guy that said losing money costs you nothing. Losing money costs you nothing. Everybody loses money. All right. It actually, helps you grow as an individual, teach you a life lesson. And keep in mind that was in response to the volatile stock market when Trump was announcing all of these tariffs. Yeah.
By far the most suspicious thing I've seen on YouTube, and it hurts all of the progressive channels because many of us don't have the third party.
Yo,
or whatever.
keep in mind, yeah, it is. If you have 5 million, having subscribers on YouTube is a fucking flex. YouTube is one of the hardest, if not the hardest platform to grow on. It is so fucking challenging. Don't get me wrong. Some people have an easier time than what I'm having, they just managed to blow up overnight. But this is a hard platform to grow on, man. So having 5 million, having 1 million subscribers on YouTube is a fucking flex. Yeah.
Whatever it is that is just dumping money into artificial growth. So what can we do? Number one, if you see something that doesn't make sense, report it to the platform that you're seeing it on. And number two,
ooh, yeah, Benny not gonna like that shit. He's not gonna like that shit. He's gonna say, oh, he sent his woke mob to basically get rid of my channel because he thinks my growth is artificial. How dare you? I know that's what he's gonna say.
This is free. Just make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channels of the creators you actually support. We estimate that even though we have 3.25 million subscribers on YouTube, every month there's another 4 million people watching the videos who don't subscribe.
Right.
If you are in that 4 million, if you watch the videos but don't subscribe, consider hitting the subscribe button. It doesn't hurt you in any way, but it really helps us, and it's the best tool we have against this sort of algorithmic
Matter of fact,
distortion.
yeah.
We've got a great bonus show for you today. We'll talk about Trump
going
getting
on with my
roasted after
computer?
he got caught cheating.
Real talk. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel yet, first of all, shame on you. If you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, please make sure you subscribe because it really does help me out. I'm trying to hit goals and do all that stuff, So help your boy out. Like the video. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet, and share the channel with your friends, your family, your mama, your dog, your aunties, all that. Okay. Now, I'm trying to see what video should we talk about next because we don't have that much time left. Let's see here. Let's talk about... Oh, this should be quick. This is just a short that I found.
If a man came along, let's say y'all both make $500K a year. He's making $70K. He got a business plan. He got a vision. He's working towards that day in and day out. And you would have to look up at him on all the intangible. Does he get a chance?
No. I would rather be single. This is the thing.
So this man said if you have a guy and basically he has everything, he's just making $70,000, but he has a business plan, he has everything in order, and she said, no, No, it's still not for me. I would not go for a man that makes $70,000. And you know what? A lot of people are in an uproar about this conversation, but honestly, I don't care. Like I genuinely don't care. First off, people have preferences. You have preferences. If you want somebody that makes well over $70,000, I think you are well in your rights to want that. Everybody has their own preferences. Now, there's a caveat to that, because when you do that, when you have those preferences, you are limiting your dating pool. Now, has nothing to do with me. I could give two shits. You might be single for a very long time, but I don't care. I don't know what spaces that she's in. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't care because it doesn't affect me. But I feel like there are men, at the same time, there are men out here who look at this and be like, man, what do you mean? Because she's essentially talking about them. But if you had a reaction to her saying that she doesn't want to date somebody that's making $70,000, bro, you weren't even in the conversation. I'm sorry. You were not even in the conversation. Like, a lot of men have to stop doing this. Like, when they hear a woman talking about like a specific scenario or a specific type of guy, you were not in the conversation as to like her possibly like dating you. You understand what I'm saying? It's not that day. I feel like so many people get so offended because they're like, man, you talking about me though? Like, bruh, yes, exactly. This is a non-issue. If that's what you want, if she wants to shorten her dating pool, then cool. I think that's totally fine.
Let me tell you why. I have gotten to a certain point because I've built to a certain point. I am disciplined in everything. I'm disciplined in relationship with God.
Wait. Hey, wait a minute. So just because somebody is making $70,000, that means they aren't disciplined? What are you talking about? I have to see where else she's taking this conversation, but so far that was fucking stupid.
In my emotions, in my mentality, in my energy, in my body, and how I eat. I am very disciplined. And so I would expect that a man is the same thing. Because when you're disciplined, whatever you do the most is what compounds in your life. Why would I not give a shot to a person that makes $70,000 a year? I could put you on. Hell, I could even hire you. Come on, let's work together. We could do all of that. But as far as my man, because this is the thing, I refuse to give into a life where I start to feel like I can't have it all.
Wait a minute. All right. First of all, couple things. Are we having this conversation with the understanding, like within this hypothetical, that the guy doesn't have any aspirations to move up and he's just going to stay at 70,000? Because why the fuck, like, people who usually have any type of salary they're not happy with where they're at, whether you're a goddamn grunt, a manager, or a CEO. Everybody wants more. So who is actually happy at that salary? Also, she said, like, she basically said that she wants everything that she wants to get everything that she wants in life, but life don't work that way. It really doesn't. It doesn't work that way at all. And I think that's kind of naive for you to say, a little bit, for sure. Because yeah, you can't have it all. You may have a type. You may have a type of man that you want, leaving his wages like aside. You may have a specific type. You mean to tell me if a guy doesn't perfectly fit within that type, there's just this one thing that he doesn't have, and you meaning to tell me that you are not willing to give that person a chance? Then I mean, yeah, you fucking yourself over. But you have the right, but you're fucking yourself over here. But whatever. Hey, that's you.
Refuse to give into a life where I start to feel like I can't have it all.
I mean, you can't.
That's where the insatiableness and the gluttony, because if you already have it all, why do you need a man to give you more? Like, that's
a
the
good
part
point.
of the conversation that I just cannot fully understand.
And maybe
it's not love that they want.
Maybe
it's not.
Let me finish. Hold on, let me finish.
Money have to be null and void of love.
I think it's because y'all keep going to money. Like, y'all don't really.
I have to agree with the opposing side here, because the conversation constantly always leads back to money. No matter what the situation is, it always leads back to money.
Y'all don't really chime on like the other intangibles as much. It's mostly about
because
the
for
money.
me, but that's other tangibles. It's whole. It's all of it. If you're missing one, you can't rank one out on the scale of one.
Oh, okay. So yeah, chat. She just gonna be single for forever. That's fine. That's totally fine. She just gonna be single for a very long time, and I think that is okay. Be lonely.
In my lifestyle, in people that I know, I don't really know any people that make $70,000
Well, I
a
know.
year.
What about a high school teacher who loves the kids in his community, who's not on that money
Mike,
shit? He
that's
wants
not
to
what
serve.
I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people that I am around on a daily basis, the people that I call on my phone. It's different. So
Okay, so that is actually a different fucking conversation. You should say I'm in circles that are high profile. Since I'm within that circle, I want to date within my own proximity. Like you hang out with a lot of celebrities, which I think she does. If you hang out with a lot of celebrities, you hang out with a lot of people that are considered to be high profile. You hang out with a lot of people that have money, and you want to date within your community, your group. Yeah, just say that. Just say that. That's so simple. That's so simple, and I feel like that clears up the confusion.
will say my vantage point for what success looks like monetarily speaking is exponentially different than most people. I understand that. And I'm not here to wrong or shame the person that makes sense.
You said, but what? She has access to the men that she wants, and they don't want her. Tristan, to be fair, to give her some we don't know if that's true or not. We really don't know if that's true or not. I'm sure there are plenty of men, like, within her space, within the groups that she's in. I'm sure there are plenty of them that want her, but because of her, she's by herself, because you heard her. You cannot just, like, she wants it all. And if somebody doesn't have one thing, like, that's not going to be enough. That's why she's single. I don't think it's because, like, no one wants her.
70,000, because the truth is every single person deserves love. But like Tasia said, that's not going to happen with me, because I live in a space where I want to follow the leadership of my man. I want my man to make the decisions inside of my household. It's not about a dollar amount.
It's not about a dollar amount, but if they didn't have a certain dollar amount, he wouldn't be able to make the decisions in a household. So what the fuck are you talking about? Yes, it is about a dollar amount, because I hope somebody pressed her on this, because within that conversation right there, I would say, okay, so do you think a man can make decisions in the household if he makes less than you? If she says no, then that totally puts a bunch of holes within her argument.
It's not. Oh, okay.
It is, though.
No.
Because he can lead in other ways.
No.
And with finances,
You've got
even if
to
you make
lead
more.
the household. You can look. Money doesn't buy you happiness, but it buys you options.
Exactly.
This is the question. The question I want to ask in fairness.
These people just got money.
Hold on.
They don't even, the people who think they got money don't even have no brand.
Let me ask you the question.
I disagree with you because I know the people.
See? Yeah, I really don't know what circles that she's in, but I'll say it again. Totally fine for you to have preferences. I think it's not bad. Women say, I want somebody with a large salary, and some men say, I don't want a woman that's bigger than me. I think both are fine. You just, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But yeah, I mean, in my opinion, I think she's going to be single for quite some time, and I don't care. I really don't care. I really do not understand why men get so up in arms about people having these conversations, about women having these conversations specifically, excuse me. Because at the end of the day, it really has nothing to do with them. It doesn't. Bro, if that's what you want, hey, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. Like, has absolutely nothing to do with us. Let's move on. What is going on? I'll watch. Is that something interesting to watch on stream, Traylon, or probably not? I don't know. I'll watch it when I'm done. Unless you wanted me to. I don't know. let's see. A woman says she wanted to diverse. Jesus, excuse me. A woman says she wanted to divorce her perfect husband because she couldn't be herself. Interesting. I told my husband I wanted a divorce. There is not a single thing about my husband in and of himself that I do not love. I'm so confused. I'm so freaking confused.
I don't know if I'm going to actually post this because this is super vulnerable for me and I'm a pretty open person. But earlier this year, I told my husband I wanted a divorce. And this would probably shock a lot of my friends and my family because I hadn't told anybody, okay? I walked myself through the logistics of where would I live, how would we split the time with the kids, who gets the dog, where all of those things, okay? Had a full breakdown. I feel like I have been searching for something in my relationship that we don't have for the whole time we've been married, which has been 10 years.
Okay, she's been searching for her okay. She's been searching for something that her marriage does not have. Okay, I wonder what that is. She probably doesn't even fucking know what it is. And if that's the case, then why did you marry the guy? Why did you marry him? If he did not have that one thing and it bothers you that much and you still decided to marry him, that's your dumb ass fault.
There is not a single thing about my husband in and of himself that I do not love. Let me be very clear about that. He is the most self-disciplined, loyal, hardworking, good person that you could meet on this planet. And that is probably the reason why I have not left. Okay?
Yeah, usually when your partner is a good person and you claim that you love them, yeah, you usually don't ask them for divorces. What?
Our relationship and what my expectations
That's sure
are
ugly, no cap.
for my marriage and what they always have been are not met, right?
Hold
I
on.
don't know if anybody's are. Okay. Our relationship and what my expectations are for my marriage and what they always have been are not met, right? Which I don't know if anybody's are.
Let's talk then. Let's talk. What are your expectations?
The reason that pushed me to even bring up divorce and talk about it was the fact that I feel like I can't be myself with my husband. And it's really confusing because I'm 32 years old. I am a mom of 3.
Nah, no. You are going to have to elaborate and time out. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me when you were dating and you were vetting, or I hope you were vetting your husband. You mean to tell me when you were dating and you were vetting your husband to be the potential partner of your life, to be your husband, to be the father of your kids. You mean to tell me you didn't know then and there that you couldn't be yourself around him? You just fucking found that out. I'm confused here. Or did you have some sort of shotgun wedding and get married way too early? Please, no, there's not enough context here.
And I still don't know who I am. So
what?
For me to be like, oh, I can't be myself, or you don't love me for who I am, isn't really fair because I don't know who I am. I'm figuring.
Bitch, you. Sorry. I apologize. But you said it though. You said, to be fair, it doesn't make sense because I don't even know who I am. You totally contradicted yourself here.
Bring that out every day. But the reason why I wanted to share this on here in the first place is we are coming up on our 10-year anniversary. We're going to Mexico, to Cabo, for our 10-year anniversary trip.
Wow.
And we're rewriting our vows. We never wrote vows.
Wait a minute. Wait. This is not making any sense. Wait. So this is your 10-year anniversary. You're going to freaking Cabo to renew your vows, but you previously asked him for a divorce. And now you made this video and you are claiming that you still want a divorce. and you say you didn't know if you were going to post it or not. You posted this shit, which is pretty, that's you being comfortable with everybody else in this world knowing that you want a fucking divorce. Huh?
In the first place. We didn't have vows when we got married. And I'm struggling to write my vows.
Hold up.
We didn't have vows when we go to Cabo for our 10-year anniversary trip. And we're rewriting our vows. We never wrote vows in the first place.
Okay.
We didn't have vows when we got married. And I'm struggling to write my vows. Like, to write a vow. And I think that's because I still feel very unsure in our relationship.
That's crazy. After 3 years, that's
the one
wild.
thing that we finally talked about this past week together, because it's just been something that since we kind of talked about it and I brought it up and we committed to change and we committed to working on our relationship. I started my own business. He quit his job. Roles have changed. Life has been crazy. And we just haven't come back to talking about this subject. And I brought it up again because I'm like, I'm going to be honest with you, like, writing these vows is hard. I don't feel like we're any closer. I don't feel like anything has really changed since I brought this up 6 months ago, 9 months ago, whatever.
So why the fuck would you agree to remarry him? Is she not consistently contradicting herself at every turn, chat? What are you talking about?
And I want to work on our relationship. Like, at the end of the day, of course I could get a divorce and try to go find the love that I'm craving with somebody else, but that's gonna come with its own hardships, its own complications, and ones that I'm not willing to take on.
So why make this video? Why post this? Why even talk about this? Huh? Oh, I'm most definitely reposting this dumb shit as a video. What? I'm so confused here.
Right? I love Ryan. He is the best father.
Oh, Jesus Christ. She put out his name and everything. Oh, and this video got out? Man, I know Ryan is going through it right now, boy.
Okay. I just need to learn how to explain what I need from him in our relationship, and he needs to be able to give that, and I need to be doing the same for him, so that we can both, like, in 10 years from now, in the next 10 years, look back and say, like, we put in the work and we finally have the marriage and the relationship.
Okay. I'm so fucking confused. So she doesn't necessarily want a divorce. I'm so confused, because in that case, this is on you. This is strictly on you, dummy. It's on her, because she's the one that is saying, I need something else. But you cannot properly convey what you need to your husband. So since that is indeed the case, that means that he cannot give you what you are missing. So this is all you. This is you. You need to go to therapy. That's fucking mental health. That's what therapy. You need therapy, because something is wrong. Something is wrong. Matter of fact, I totally forgot about this.
This is
a sickness. This is an actual sickness, bro. Good Lord.
Relationship that we have always wanted, and that is what I want.
I got you, Maverick.
I guess the reason why I'm coming on here, and if you've made it this long, that's really nice. What have you done in your relationship to get to that point? If you have been in a place where we are and have worked through it and have found things that have brought you...
I dated my wife before we got married. I lived with her before we got married. I figured things out before we got married. I was able to make the decision that I wanted to spend my life with her when we were dating.
You closer.
I hope that helps.
That have given you that relationship. Like, I'm just, I guess, asking for advice. Like, what have you done in order to get there, and what has worked for you?
Wow.
We're honestly willing to try anything. We have done therapy and counseling before.
Jesus, chat. Oh my gosh. Even the therapist can't help her out.
And it was fine, honestly. It wasn't like my favorite thing, but I'm willing to try that again. And I don't know, books, podcasts, like what have you guys done that has worked for you to get your marriage?
Podcasts? You are. See, you know what? See, this is exactly how the fucking red pill started to go rampant, because people started to take advice on motherfucking podcasts. Oh my gosh. Matter of fact, you jail. Y'all going to jail for being stupid. Podcasts, that's where you want your information to come from, especially when it comes to something so sensitive as your marriage and your future. Like, what? But you willing to take advice from a podcast? Jail. Oh my gosh, you going to jail.
Marriage to where you want it to be.
Maverick, we've been to excuse me. I swallowed my spit. We've been together 2 years, but we've known each other since middle school.
I just don't like thinking, okay, we've been married for 10 years and we've kind of like been at this same point the whole time. I just don't want to look back 10 years from now and not have tried my best to have this like relationship that we both want and that we deserve and that our kids deserve to see in us. So
wow,
I'm kind of being vulnerable and posting this on here, but I would just like to know like what has worked for you and what advice
she ruined that man's life.
Thanks.
She ruined that man's life. Wow. Let's read. Okay, Maverick said, "Yo, let's read the comments. Let's go into it." Let's see here. She wants to bang another guy. Mystery solved. Imagine being married 10 years and still unsure about your relationship. LOL, just want to fuck another dude is what you're saying. I mean, honestly, I didn't necessarily get that from her, but that very well could be the case. Yeah, no one is agreeing with this. This chick is literally just trying to go smash other dudes consciously free. Yeah, that's what everybody's saying. She just wants to be a hoe. But also, you guys have to remember, this is also Nazi Twitter, so you may not get like great comments here in the first place, but yeah. Anywho, let's see here. I think, damn, time went by. Yo, chat, time went by so fast. Damn. I'm trying to see if there's one more thing I could. Everything. I'm gonna put this on the docket for the next time I go live. Real quick before I go, just a few updates. First things first, I am not going to be going live next weekend. I actually may just decide to go live Thursday. I don't hold me to that, but I may just go live Thursday just to make up for this weekend. I have to go to family function basically, so I'm gonna miss out on this upcoming weekend. Just another quick announcement too. I am gonna make a few changes to the channel just to give you guys a heads up. I kind of feel weird about this one because I never outwardly asked you guys for donations or anything like that, but on the next stream I will have basically like a super chat goal or a donation goal, because I'm actually trying to buy new equipment for the channel. Like, first things first is I want a new mic, and then the next thing is going to be another camera. So if you see a super chat goal, that's why that's there. And if you guys could, like I said, I don't usually ask for money, so it is weird, but if there is a chance that you got a little something extra you want to throw it my way, hey, I'd appreciate it, man. I really do. I already appreciate you guys for supporting me anyway, but yeah, donations. Also, another thing if you necessarily do not want to give within a super chat, I am going to be starting the members on my channel. So basically, I'm gonna start posting content that only members are going to be able to see during the week. So yeah, I am going to launch that within next week, sometime next week. So just be on the lookout for that. I'm going to be advertising the hell out of that. So, you just turn your memberships on too. So basically, guys, I'll be having a membership, and it's not going to be anything crazy. Like, I'll have it as low to like $5 a month or something like that. If you want to do that instead, that's totally fine. Just put that shit on Klarna like the rest of us. No, bro. I am at a point. I'm trying to make sure that my my content can pay for itself, basically. Like, and it has before. It most definitely has. That's how I was able to buy a lot of the things that I use today. But I most definitely want the content to pay for itself, and what I'm doing to pay for itself. But I'm not putting. And the mic is expensive. It's like a $500 mic, man. And then the new camera that I want that's gonna be even crazier. So I'm gonna be going really hard, like within the holiday season for sure. That's one of the reasons as to why when I'm on my fall break from work, I'm gonna be doing a 24-hour stream. Obviously, that shit, man, that it was fun, but it was hard, but it helped out the channel a lot. Like, if it wasn't for, it was super chats, obviously a lot of subscriptions. So I'm gonna be doing that again. So I'm gearing up on a lot of stuff. Like I said, I already appreciate you guys. So however you decide to support, thank you so much. I thank you. Appreciate y'all. But without further ado, I'm gonna get out of here, man. I'm probably gonna be reposting something from this stream, either tomorrow or Monday, and then we're going to continue on with the consistent content. I appreciate you guys. Everybody, have a nice night. Stay safe and don't do anything I wouldn't do. What that consists of, I don't know. Peace.